Hello and welcome to episode 351 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B, joined in studio by Bronell Harvey Canoop. We're back after a few weeks off here over the holiday break.
Couple.
Nice.
Yeah, one pod in the last month. So we're back. This episode, we're going to talk about Sentry Tournament of Champions that just happened. Obviously, our holidays. We got resolutions that Harv's going to recap, which I'm sure were hilariously failed.
Oh, it's going to be good.
We're going to make new ones that we cannot produce or live up to, I guess I should say, for 2025. We got the Greenies. We also are unveiling our new pick segment, so lots to talk about. But before we do, we want to thank our sponsors, Player Golf, PLYRGolf.com. Use the promo code DRIVETHEGREEN for 20% off your order, which includes the new Player Hockey line that was launched on January 1st with a lot of good stuff, like very cool logos.
The colorways and stuff are great.
Yes. Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Looks good.
It's kind of always been on Chase's mind of going from, golf and then into hockey. It's a natural progression, and just happy to see that come together for him, and even happier to see some of those designs. Like you say, the colorways are unbelievable. I talked to him a couple of days ago. He said it was a very successful launch, which would be expected when you see some of those designs. Lots of T-shirts in there. So
yeah, they had that big giveaway with the Flames tickets too, and
yeah,
I think that's about to get drawn pretty soon. I mean,
we entered.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know if he's going to vet his winners, but
I won.
I'm not expected to win.
Did you win one once?
Yeah.
You did win one?
Yeah.
Since we had the pod?
Oh yeah.
What, like with a burner or?
No, with my
One of your burners?
no, my actual account.
Wow. Good for you. Well, there's hope then. I didn't think we'd win, but so head to playergolf.com, check out Player Hockey if you haven't yet, and use that promo code. It works. So it's player code Drive the Green. We're also members of the Callaway family. The clubs are starting to roll in. Canoop took the Elite, which you could talk about it now.
I can't wait to talk about it.
We got our Opus wedges. I got the all black. Unbelievable. They don't even have white writing on them.
It's
Just
crazy.
straight up all black. So I'm a little nervous because I'm not the huge attention to detail guy, so I might grab the wrong wedge and just not notice the loft and hit the wrong one at times. But
You might have to make a little mark on it or something.
Yeah.
But you know what? You said you're going to keep your wedges clean every time you hit them all this year. So
I
you
did
might end up
last year.
paying a little more attention to it.
I did clean them a lot last year. I think it paid off.
Could
I got
probably make
lot
a
better.
mark on one for you.
Yeah. Well, last year I did hit that rock.
Oh, yes.
And so my
Oh,
54 had the big old blemish on the
Yep.
toe. So that was easy for me to distinguish. But do you want to talk about the Elite now or in your week?
I'm going to talk about it in the week.
Okay. The new clubs are out. The new Elite drivers now launched. Obviously, Callaway was the title sponsor. Well, not title sponsor, the main sponsor of the Tournament of Champions. So a lot of guys using Elite out there. A lot of
Did they have it in
Callaway.
play? Some of them?
Oh, yeah. If
Yeah.
I didn't play at the Hero,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the Hero. So
Yeah, so it's officially out, and so reach out to your local fitter and get fit for one, including the lucky friend of the pod, Levi, that won the Elite at the Labor Day Classic.
yeah.
So he's getting fit for his coming up soon. So just another guy in the Callaway family,
Yep.
one at a time. We're also proud members of the Churchill group. I got my Churchill hoodie on actually this week.
It's a nice hoodie.
I'm kind of, the camera's a little bit
It's a
lower in
great
this
logo.
studio. This is a very good hoodie. Good logo, good hoodie. It's mower night for Bronell and I. So haven't had too
drinks?
many.
No beers for you tonight, Kenny?
I'll get into
He
it.
said he hasn't had one yet, so I think he was like, "You guys want beers?" He's trying to sewer us already.
Yeah.
Well,
the
you
count.
guys can do whatever you like. You can
Yeah,
also say no thanks.
I could.
That's a good
But they're
point.
on the table. They're
a
on
good
the table.
point.
It's
Just
hard
like
to not
Harv.
drink them
You
when
could-
they're
Well, I didn't
Do
want
a
to make
Harv.
Matty B drink alone.
there. You cracked yours first.
Oh, right.
Thanks to Churchill. And last but not least, we're proud members of the Mecklenburg Financial Group family. No better time for a resolution than an investment resolution. JT resigned today, so we should see a little spike in the market, hopefully. So now's as good a time as ever to reach out to Mecklenburg and get them set up. Maybe it's just $25 a week, something like that. Fire it away into your TFSA,
It all
and they'll
counts.
make you a pile of cash.
Yep.
So thanks to those guys for supporting us. All right, we got plenty of weeks to recap. Canoop, you've been the only one that actually did anything other than us enjoying Christmas.
You
wanna
might as
go
well go
first?
last then.
Sure, yeah, I can
Last?
go. Oh, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, go first then.
Sure.
Yes.
A good holiday season, actually. It was nice. We ended up, I guess, stopping work on the 20th. So we had kind of about 5 days to get ready, do all of our Christmas stuff. Had Christmas Day here, left Boxing Day. Presents went well with the kids, so that was fantastic. Didn't do a whole bunch because obviously we're going on a trip, and the exchange sucks.
yes.
So
It's
bad.
awful. Phoenix, we landed, got our vehicle, went out for lunch, got some groceries, straight to a bowl game and watched Kansas State versus Rutgers. One of the best football games I've seen live in a long time.
Yes.
44-41, just a ton of points. Kansas State ended up coming back in the second
Pile
half.
of
It was-
overtimes, wasn't it?
No overtimes.
No, that was.
Oh,
a different
really?
game.
Yeah, it was an awesome
Oh, that was
game.
the Pitt game that went to $1 million. Pitt Toledo, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
overtimes.
I had looked kind of a week or two leading up to the game, and tickets were like $150. It was the 23rd. I had looked again. Tickets went down. I got front row, 30-yard line, 40. I think we were $48 Canadian.
Really
Yeah, it was unbelievable. We had like front row
affordable
cheerleaders
fun.
were right in front of us. Finn's like doing the signal for Wildcats. He's just doing this. All the bands coming by, cheerleaders come giving him high fives. He was in heaven. It was awesome.
I will say that
What a break.
Yeah.
I've never been a huge college football. Like so many football people find it's the purest form of football, college football. That's why so many people love it. The one thing I'd like the most, I would say, is the bands playing at all times.
Yeah.
It
So
was
it's just like the atmosphere is good. I'm not necessarily all in on college football,
yes.
but
So it was in
very
Chase
much so on
Field.
the
Obviously,
atmosphere.
they brought their marching bands because they do halftime shows and before the game. Kansas State's marching band never stopped coming. They had to have had 160 people in this band. It was
Yeah.
absolutely insane.
Great way to get free tickets.
Yeah, exactly. Play an instrument for a couple times, and yeah,
Like
it
you
was
got the
insane.
ones that should be in band,
Yeah.
and then the ones
Yes.
that are like there for the football free tickets.
But
band.
you could
Yeah.
tell
Picked it
as
up
they're
when they were
walking by.
17.
Oh yeah,
Not even
that's a
playing.
band
Yeah,
person.
they're not even. You
That
wouldn't even
person's
know
in the
if you
band.
weren't
Just
playing.
blowing beside the hole.
Yeah.
Like me in high school. That was perfect. Abnormally warm weather for this kind of time of year. They were kind of reaching record highs, which was fantastic. So
Another
like
break?
24-ish, which wasn't super hot. But it was great. Ended up golfing twice. Couple short, not super expensive tracks where we were staying.
Yeah, just for
Um,
swings.
And I tell you what, that elite driver, like you love the Epic. This is giving me real Epic vibes. I think you're
Because of
gonna
the colors?
color scheme, like it is fantastic. I can't tell you how
But it
nice
sounds more like the Rogue, you said.
Yeah, it's a little less or a little more
Or-
muted, but you're gonna
The
really
smoke
really
was
like
pretty
it.
muted, though.
It was lots of the same.
It's probably the
Um,
same sound.
It's fantastic. So you're gonna really really like it. What else did we do here? That was about it. Drank a lot of booze. My brother-in-law pushed a lot of booze on me. I wasn't gonna really have much. Pushed it on me, so I kind of had
Pushed
to.
it on you.
And then last thing, 8th wedding anniversary, New Year's Eve. So I thought I'd bring that up just in case any of Kirsten's friends listen and say, hey, Chris brought it up on the pod. So
They don't, so.
I know. Happy 8th wedding anniversary. So
She might hear us from inside.
I didn't know
right.
you were
Maybe
New
you
Year's.
should.
I didn't know you were New Year's
I
wedding.
was. We actually got married outside
Really?
New Year's. Yeah.
On a hot holiday, of course.
Yeah.
Forgot
No,
that part.
no. It was
It's in Mexico.
it was Connors Park, actually out by your
Oh, yeah.
mom's house.
Right.
But as for the booze count, 58 over the
Okay.
last 2 weeks.
To get to the 31st?
Yeah. Well, up until today, really.
Oh.
Well,
Up until
no,
today.
you gotta
December
stop
31st.
at
Stops it at the
31st.
31st.
I haven't had a drink since the 31st.
Okay, so.
So,
okay.
so
So the
58.
31st then.
58
on the
that's
31st.
0.
So 862
Oh,
all of last year.
ouch. Ouch.
862, okay.
Big silver medalist over here.
Oh no, really? Yeesh. Yeah.
That's
again-
big. That's
But
big.
again, Ronell said many times this is just made up. So he
Hey, he probably just two.
Yeah.
He probably said,
he
yeah, I
said
got
20, 20, and then it was actually 50, but now he'll
No,
like,
I didn't-
now it'll be 35.
I mean, if it's
No.
851, it's gonna be.
I'm way under you. Way
Really?
under. Yeah. You're 867?
862.
Yeah, I'm way under. So.
What?
I'll
858.
go next. I did forget to mention that we are watching the first ever Raw on Netflix. Well, we're taping
John
this week.
Cena's
John
there now.
Cena's back. Yeah, this is his farewell tour, which is great. So yeah, I watched Netflix. So Harv and I might be a little quiet at times, but this is gonna be a long pod. So as for my break, now in the world of education, I had 2 weeks off. I kind of hated it because I did nothing, like nothing. I was like every marathon that was on. Like I always love New Year's Eve. The 30th, 31st, and 1st is always a Fast and the Furious marathon. So I watched those all the time. So it went from 1 right to 9. I taped them all. I watched all 9 movies over those 3 days, like 3 a day. 6, I think, of the 9 with my son. So
sorry, what does your wife say while you're doing this?
why are you watching Fast and Furious all the
Just
time?
wondering. I was like, it's like good for you for letting you be able to sit there and watch.
Yeah,
this, but
so
I don't think I've seen any of them in full other than the first one.
Oh,
And
really?
The second
I might
one.
be one
I
or
watched,
two.
Yeah.
watched them all. And
I
then,
got to 3 and haven't seen 1 second of the next 5 or next 7.
So 20 December 23rd, 24th, 25th was Marvel on Showcase. Or Marvel, I think, was on Sci-Fi. But they showed all of the Avengers movies, and they're 3 hours long. So me and my son watched all the Avengers movies. So I watched all of the Avenger movies, including some of they had some Iron Mans on. Didn't watch those in full, but watched all 4 Avengers and all 9 Fast and Furious over the break.
Insane.
So it was, that was literally all I did. Like, we went to the outdoor rink once, like no kids sports, hung out with my brother, came down before Christmas from Calgary. So we did some Christmas stuff then, a little bit of Christmas stuff after, but that was it. Like, we had some friends' Christmas parties, but during the day doing nothing, and during the night hanging out with family.
Yeah, we walked those guys at Flip Cup.
Oh yeah, we did we ever. So that was literally all I had in here. Now for my booze count, I got to go back. The haters will say it's made up, but I did the math. 41 for $8.99. Didn't quite get to 900 even.
Perfect.
So
It's all right.
$8.99.
I know you have all your drinks in there. So where does that rank in the years that you've been counting?
I have my 4 top totals.
So I had
Here as well.
$8.99 in 2023. I had $9.90 in
That was when you lived your life.
Yeah, in 2022 I had 907. Nothing but consistent here. And then 2021 booze count was 879. So 879, 990, just over 900, and 899.
That's pretty consistent. Yeah.
Living his life.
You've beat me the last 3 years.
Oh, we did actually do 2020 as well.
You got a 3-peat going on. It's a fucking dynasty over here.
2020 was only 763.
Matty being the Chiefs.
Hey, how about that though? 763 in the first year.
Yeah.
Churchill.
So I went 2, and then you beat me the last 3.
Ooh, wow.
So.
But you had a thou though.
I did have a thou. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd get to 1,000. I don't know why. You just
This
need
does
someone
tie.
else.
This does tie into my resolution, which I think you guys are gonna find hilarious.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm
Always
sure it's
do.
another.
I mean,
Always
Bronell's
do.
just the Wayne Gretzky of drinking. No one's touching his records. No one's touching his records.
1,000. I had
That's not-
990, and that was high.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're getting old, so that doesn't help. But I'll go next. Didn't do it too much, I guess. We went to Saskatchewan for Christmas for the in-laws, and then ended up staying at the Travel Lodge on Boxing Day. It was like super busy for some reason. There's hockey tournaments and stuff. We walk in. Funniest line of the whole trip. Cooper, my oldest, goes, "So like this hotel's like 5 stars, right, guys?" Right.
The travel.
Because we had a room next to the pool. Like, we just walked out and there's water slides right there. So he just thought that was the fucking shit.
Oh man.
It ain't 5 stars.
Yeah, I might not even be 3.
First thing I did was rip the covers back and was like,
0.5
should we
stars.
complain?
Just 2 blood stains. That's it.
Just the one hair.
Hey, as long as it's not bed bugs, really.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So he did that, and then youngest had his U9 tourney last weekend. I swear all those games are either 2-2 or 10-0. There's no in between. It's either a low-scoring battle or one team, like we played Clavette, and they just shit kicked us because they just got 4 kids that can go bar down and none of
anywhere
ours
that
can.
doesn't have all those A kids are in.
Well, there's not a lot
I
of
guess
U9s that have A, but
That's true. Yeah.
they should have been a B team, and they're entered in C. But And then, yeah, just a bunch of hockey. We watch World Juniors. We've been playing a ton of Chell. Like, I just have NHL 21. I haven't bought it since then, but the kids are super into it now. Like, they created their players. They're all 99s and everything.
Yes, of course.
And then, so lately we just put them on Team Canada and play the U.S. and just kill them, just to get revenge for the World Juniors.
Yeah,
like
that
15-0 and stuff like that.
That reminds
on rookie, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me, we got my son who's 10, Call of Duty, and he plays Fortnite lots. And I thought he was, he's good at Fortnite. Get him Call of Duty, and we're sitting there Christmas night, and he's like, "Dad, you want to play with me?" I'm like, "I have no interest in playing these games. Like, I suck at them. I don't want to." Even in university, when guys are playing Halo, to date ourselves,
Halo.
It's like I would just sit there and watch. I'd sit there and drink and watch them play Halo because I had no interest in playing it. I like watching people play video games, but not interested in playing. Anyway, he's playing on these squads or whatever. There's 6 guys on a team, and they're playing like a game to 200. So as soon as you die, you just respawn and go keep shooting. He had, on his team of 6, he had like 47 of the 200 kills. He was number 1 on his team, and I'm just watching him play. I'm like, how do you even know where these guys are coming from? Like, it's just like to see kids that are playing video games like that. It's just like, I might have to take it away from them. The fact you're that good tells me that you play it too much.
Yeah.
Like, and he'd only played Fortnite before. That was the first time he's played Call of Duty. I'm like, man, this is not good. It ain't good. But I would think they like Call of Duty way more because they don't like Fortnite. You die and you have to wait to play another game. This way you can just like play over and over nonstop. So
just a ton of reps.
Just reps.
It's a volume game.
It's volume.
Yeah. So Churchill booze count for the end of 2024, the last 10 days or whatever, I only had 28. I legit only had 28.
Okay.
Like 2, 0, 2, 4, 3, 3, 10, 1, 1, 2. So
number?
Bad. 845 last year. 2023, I had 813, so I did have more, which I think contradicted my resolution.
We'll get to it.
And then 2022 was 952, and then 2021 was the big one, 1021.
1021.
The record.
Yeah. Oh, and so also Churchill boost count for 2025. Yeah, I'm at 7 through 5 days.
Yeah, I have 4.
Nice.
4 on Saturday. I don't count these tonight until next week's.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yep.
So just 4. And I had 0, but then we had friends. We're in the year of the 40s now, so we're going to have probably 25 40th birthday parties to attend this year.
Yeah.
So the first one I was good.
Well, you won't have to attend mine because I ain't having one.
Why? Where are you going?
Well, I don't know where I'm going yet, but there's talk of Breezy. There's talk of, I don't know.
Talk of plenty of places. Yeah. So, Harvey, you're last up.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Couple things that came up. I'm going to tell you a story, and if anyone, Canute, can doubt that jinxes aren't real, this puts it to bed.
Okay.
Because my son, like between like 3, 4, like he'd piss the bed all the time, like 3 and 4-year-olds do.
Yeah.
And then like this last year, like he hasn't pissed the bed for like 10 months. And then I swear to God, on November 17th, my wife goes to me, "Hey, have you noticed Noah hasn't pissed the bed in like a long time?" And you know what happened for the next 12 days straight?
12 straight days.
Pissed the bed, full reset. Like I have to wake him up before we go to bed to figure it all out again.
Like 12 in a
12 in a row.
Starting that night.
Starting that very night.
At like 8-year-old, did you talk about diapers? Or did the diaper talk come up?
I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real. Like she just says it, and that very night, it just starts happening again.
Yeah, that's the ultimate jinx.
The ultimate
wild.
jinx.
I thought you were literally when you're setting up that story. I thought, that night, the 12 days in a row. It's like that's a full blown jinx.
12 days of Christmas.
There's certainly an explanation for it. I don't know what it is, but
no, because it was like
Jesus.
okay, night 1, okay, whatever. It's getting close, or
kind of coincidence at that point.
Coincidence. Next night, it's like, oh, maybe drank. Like you had a bunch of water or something, juice before bed. Then it was like, okay, eliminate all that. Happens again. Okay, well, let's make sure he goes piss like 3 times before bed. Nope, happened again. And then it was
Jeez.
so jinxes are real.
Now, I will say on the jinxes are real. I believe in jinxes in your own, like that would be a true jinx. Jinxes on the golf course, those are true jinxes. But you can't jinx professional sports.
I'll let Bronell field that question.
You can't do it.
You can.
They don't know. There's for every jinx that you have
did it
watching.
You did it last night. You jinxed the Vikings, and it worked.
Yeah, but there's just
If
as
you-
many counter jinxes
you
in the
can't
world.
reverse
No one
jinx
else
it.
is jinxing like we do. No one else.
But
There
there's
just has
so,
to be one more for the one side.
and
You're
you
right,
might be
yeah.
the one that tipped the scales.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair. But in your own life, there are definitely jinxes, like around your own circles.
Mm.
So
Which every time I say something that I know could be a jinx, I do everything in my power to like try to go the opposite like 4 or 5 times. Oh yeah, I haven't been in a car accident in a while. I'll be like, yeah, I really should get in a car accident. Like just like counter jinx in that I don't.
whoa.
Yeah, like,
That's a
You know what I
weird. Like you don't have like you could have tested it some other way, not a car accident. Well, I've never spilled
Oh,
my
that's-
drink in a while.
that's like when I was driving back from Saskatoon, and it was super shitty roads, and we were like half an hour out, and my wife's like, "Thanks for driving. Like, thanks for getting us home." I'm like, "We're not home yet. We're not home
The
yet."
last half hour, the
Yeah.
worst part of the drive.
It was actually the best somehow. But
I guess the other one I could have used was that I did get a new phone, and as soon as I ordered the case, that was like a jinx because it was harder to hold my phone after that. I dropped it a couple times, including once I dropped it while I was taking a piss and somehow snatched it like almost out of the toilet bowl. Like I was taking a piss with one hand. I don't know why I couldn't just set it down and just like
That
I
was
do that
gonna
all
be
the
my
time.
question.
Piss the
reels,
Yeah.
reels.
reels. I was on
Yeah,
a heater
reels, yeah.
and literally dropped it, and it was going in the fishbowl. I still don't know how I reached down and caught it without pissing on myself. Also, a little bit missed the bowl a little bit, but I
almost-
grabbed it out of the bowl.
I almost tagged you in that video, that hockey player dropping his phone on the ice. And did you guys see that today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted it in our
Yeah.
hockey team
Yeah,
group.
that's you for sure.
Yeah, and the one guy's like, they should make a way to hold it because I take my phone to the bench all the time if
Yeah.
I got a bet going. I'll just check it in between shifts.
Watching Bulls
But I was like-
Spurs or something.
I was like, I got a spot I can put it. Just put it where my can is. I don't need the can. Just put it in that slot for your can. It would protect you
Yeah,
as
a
well.
little bit. Couple other things. So, kids obviously being home for 2 weeks. We like go on like YouTube Kids, and they have these little like drawing tutorials.
Yeah.
And they're like cartoons. They're like the easiest drawings. And every time I did them, it looked like, I don't know, an R word was doing the thing. Like, I just can't draw. I will never understand it, how people can draw and paint and whatever. It just does not click for me.
Yeah, or like those basics of drawing where it's like, 2 circles and a couple lines, and there you go. You got drew a rabbit. And it's like, I can't do that.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Like, hey, make like an oval. And I do that. I'm like, that's a perfect oval. And then you go to the end, and my kids look like what's on the screen, and mine looks like I'm just scribbling with a
Your eyes
crayon.
closed.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Abstract art.
Yeah, I'll get to my boost count, but my algorithm, a lot of fishing stuff right now.
Yes.
Just like casting, like those like casts that like skim the water. But what I'm getting sick of on Instagram, and I failed this resolution, a bit of foreshadowing there, but those reels now that like make you think that you're gonna see the end, and then it's just like stops.
Oh, I
Yes.
hate those.
And then you go and click on the account to watch part 2, but it's not like it's a
Yes.
one way down, and you got to
Yes.
scroll through this thing.
Nothing worse than a part 1, and
Yeah.
then you're waiting for part 2, or it cuts off, and then you go to that account, and part 2's nowhere to be found.
Exactly.
All those sports ones always cut off too. Like
Yeah.
those sports quiz ones with those
Yeah,
guys. You
yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
They always cut off.
yeah.
One account that loves to cut off is Chef Reactions. That guy always cuts it off like just before, like mid sentence.
Yeah, but that's on purpose.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
like he's doing it on purpose. It still just drives me nuts.
And then booze count. So last year, finished with 452 on the year.
And already at 52 this year.
No, not that close. So I went to Edmonton to coach hockey this week. So this league that I coach in, like I'm pretty sure like it might be money laundering. Like the amount that they just built this rink in Edmonton in the middle of nowhere, like in this industrial area, and it's for like 11, 12-year-olds. It's a full bowl, jumbotron in the middle, like bars up top, restaurants all around it. And like the parents are having the best time of their life. It's like 22 degrees in there. Unbelievable rink for 10 and 11, 12-year-olds.
What the hell?
And then, I had 13 drinks this weekend. So
You always get the early lead.
Early,
Yeah.
always.
you
The
never
hockey.
want it.
You never want it, though.
it. So 452 last year. I think that's one of my lower ones actually. And then 13 in 2025 so far.
All right.
And then crop production show next week. And so
yeah,
I'm usually leading till end of
You might go
February.
wire to wire this year.
I don't see that.
Depends how well I do with my resolution.
But yeah, that's it for my week.
All right, let's quickly recap the Birdie Fest.
Yeah.
Sentry.
Well,
So
for everybody but Davis Riley.
Hideki,
that's right. Good lead in.
Hideki Matsuyama wins this thing.
Sets the PGA Tour record for a 4-round score to par.
Minus 35.
Did he end up with more eagles and bogeys? Was that a thing? I saw that he had more at one point.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if he ended like that way, but I think Morikawa summed it up perfectly with his expletive interview afterwards, where he's like, "That's a lot of fucking birdies or whatever." 35 under par.
Yeah.
Like he shot. What did he shoot? 33 and lost.
32.
32.
Yeah.
It's like you start of the week. It's like, yeah, you're gonna shoot 32 this week.
You're going to average 8 under around.
The third best score ever, right, in
Yeah,
the
and
4
didn't win,
days,
yeah.
and didn't really even sniff first.
No,
Yeah.
he never had a chance.
Yeah, I think we literally have this conversation, it seems, in the early part of the season with these first few tournaments where it's like, is this fun to watch with all these birdies?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's all relative. Like if everyone's making birdies, it's still just as entertaining of a tournament as
Yeah, it's fine.
You know,
barely
minus-
anybody's watching this one anyways.
-8 to -6.
Shane Lowry made a comment this week and just said, like, I got to fly all the way across the pond. to
25
go
hours,
out
he
there,
said.
25 hours to go, and I got to shoot 30 something to even have a chance. He's like, no thanks, I'll just pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honest man.
So,
But it's also
get- you
Hawaii, so
yeah, it's
That's
Hawaii,
okay.
and you
I'd
get
be
the
making the flight.
I
yeah,
will.
you get the Sony right after.
Well,
Someone
so-
also tweeted
he's
that.
probably going to play sim golf soon, though. So.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact is, when you're of that status, Hawaii's not that big of a deal. Like you can
That's
go
true.
anywhere.
They've been
That's
there.
true.
piles of
They've
times,
been there
yeah.
before. They
Yeah.
can go on a holiday somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah. As easy as it was for those guys, someone said that it's still a hard setup and that a 10 cap wouldn't break 100 there. That's what someone on Twitter said. I don't know who. It was a pretty credible source, not a like a
I
troll.
find that hard to believe.
I played
10?
it twice from the back, 84 and 81.
You?
Yes.
Yeah, so a 10 is
Oh
significantly
yeah,
worse.
no chance. You played it twice, eh?
I have, yeah.
why was it so hard?
It's just long, and it's so fucking windy. They got lucky this week too, right? 2 or 3 of those days, there wasn't a ton of wind, and with
true.
the amount of undulation that's on those, or I guess elevation that's on the fairways, like
Yeah, and
they,
you played
can
from
take advantage of it.
you played
right?
from the back in front of the tournament tees.
yes, yeah,
Yeah,
and
okay, I can
it's,
get
it's a
behind it then.
long fucking way, man. It's crazy.
But they're driving at 400.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Decky on 18 to end was 414.
Yeah.
He still had like 260 in, which is crazy, but
Yep. Did you guys see that he got Scotty Cameron to make him a custom
Yeah, beautiful.
center shaft putter?
It looks unreal.
center shaft's the way to go for everyone now.
I always-
I don't
seems
think
like
that's so ugly. It'll always be ugly.
Yeah. I always
the
get
dumbest
thrown
thing
off
in
by
the
the
world.
Scotty Cameron too because he etches in Scotty Cameron on the heel, and it's just like you feel like you'd hit that, but then I'm like, oh wait, I would.
Yeah, those guys won't.
Yeah. What
Feeling
else?
putts.
We talked about Lowry already. Max Homa tweeted out 2025, the year that 67s aren't good enough. I mean, that's 6 under, and he had a few of them and was nowhere close.
Yeah. Big Cobra guy.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point. Big sponsor change, gone from Titleist to Cobra, and also Lululemon.
I love the Lululemon thing, other than the fact that now it's no one can buy that stuff because it's so expensive.
Yep.
But I guess that's the case for Jason Day and Malbon. Like,
That's
His
true.
fit was
Yeah.
unbelievable, and it's probably $150 for the shirt and $150 for the sweatpants he was wearing.
Probably
Worth it.
$150 for his socks he's wearing.
Well, did you
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
Not to bring up another pod, but the Peter Millar stuff. Like it's like a vest, and it's like $475.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like the
The
President's
President's
Cup.
President's
Cup,
Cup
yeah,
was
but
insane, yeah.
that's President's
Actually,
Cup
I think
stuff.
that's who made those ones.
It w-
President's Cup.
yeah.
It was Peter Millar.
Yeah.
The funny thing is everybody makes fun of those Jason Day outfits, but then they're so expensive because they actually do rule.
That
I mean,
that all green
I
was
mean-
unreal.
I'd wear those green pants. I don't know if I'd golf in them, but I would wear them around 7 days a week.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I bet you they're comfy, yeah.
Everywhere.
Which reminds me of my wife, Canoop, you like this. There's a company called Crazy Yoga.
That's all the pants that I'm going to sell him.
They're unreal.
Yeah. Well, they might fit you, actually. You're taller. They might fit you. So
So my wife got me a couple pairs of
Selling
those
me.
because she started getting them,
yeah.
and like they're Lulu caliber.
That's what these things are. They're
Yeah.
unbelievable at half the price.
Yeah. So just gotta find the right. They're
Find the
out there.
deals.
They're out there.
Yeah, I mean, I had Jason Day and his outfits on this list here, but we kind of already touched on it.
Yeah. Good enough.
We might as well talk about the big story of the week, and that's Davis Riley and losing. When he withdrew, I think he was down by 43.
Like, can you imagine the scoring? The scoring record was set.
Was he
You're
that
playing-
far over par?
You're playing in a no
he was
cut.
33 under, and he
He
was,
was 9 over.
10 over.
I thought he was only like 1 over.
No, he was 9
Oh,
over.
man.
So they're setting the scoring record in a no cut event, and he shot 9 over.
That's insane.
No one else was on over par.
No, yeah, it was
Oh,
him.
he was the only one.
There was
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
guy at even for a little bit, who I think finished under par, and he was 9 over, and then he shut her down after 9 holes.
So
Oh,
he
he was
still got
obviously
paid
hurt.
$48,000
Not bad.
and
So
was in Hawaii.
Did
and
we find out that he had to play a certain amount of holes?
I don't know.
to
I
get
couldn't
paid?
find. I did look, but I couldn't find any rules on that.
I'm pretty sure because it was limited cut. As long as he made it and started, he gets
And,
paid.
well, I think he had to play one round.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, and I mean, I'm not saying that he's that much better, but if Scotty wasn't in rehab, which I think that's where he is, what do you think? Did you think he gets to 40?
I don't. No.
I don't
you
think
think
anyone's
Hideki
touching
was just that
Matsuyama
good?
this week yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, Scott. I mean, I didn't have it on here, but Scotty did withdraw because he cut his hand on a piece of glass or something.
Rehab.
Sure.
Kenny Kim's all over that.
Yeah. And he was supposed to be back for the Amex and pulled out again today.
Yeah,
said
he did, yeah.
Things aren't going
Pebbles
as
now
well,
his target.
so,
Yeah. Sorry to kill your
Um,
news item. We might as well mix in the news.
That
if you
wasn't.
got
I
it.
didn't even have it in the news. Not really
Okay.
a non-story, but Hovland was 36th. I think he cost Canoop a couple bets, but
yeah,
he
he
played
did.
with a broken toe. Like that thing was big time broken.
Sideways
hobbling
broken.
around.
Like
And
I
he
think
put
that's
that.
just a stub toe.
I don't know.
Well, he threw that hitch in his swing too. Hey,
He's done that before though.
still
Might be
Twitter
back
was going
for good.
crazy saying,
Yeah, that's bad.
the double clutch.
Yeah.
but he did that like 4 years ago, and everyone lost their mind.
Yeah.
It was a broken toe?
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the text that you sent me for the lock that he would beat Ann, I think it said broken foot.
No, I don't think so.
It's part of the foot.
It was the
It
pinky
is.
toe. It was the pinky toe.
Well, we're going to
Most-
find out right now.
Good luck.
I'm going to search
Canoop's-
broken in the chat.
Canoop's words. Must bet on this. It's a lock. He's
Oh, it is toe. Shit.
broken
You're
Thank
toe,
you.
and
Still.
he's on one of the hardest walking courses
Yeah.
in the PGA.
He's hobbling everywhere.
Yeah.
Made sense.
Now, to be
I
fair, he
did
only
bet
beat
against
Ann
him.
by 1.
I did bet against him the next. So he fucked us because he drove the 18th or the 14th hole.
And made
Ended
par.
up and made eagle.
Oh,
Hovland.
Victor. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So he hit one two good shots. We'll give him 2 good shots.
Yeah,
and
he's
then that
really
fucked us.
good.
Was he last year?
He's really good.
I guess in general, yes, he is.
Taylor Pendrith made an albatross. I'm sure it was some guy's shots of the week, but apparently that's his 8th albatross. To
Yeah,
go
that's
along
insane.
with only 3 aces.
It's mind blowing, actually.
His,
Better with the long irons, I guess.
His interview talking about that was kind of funny. He's just like, yeah, I can't explain it. I got 8. And
Yeah, but you think
only
of him
3
like
aces.
if he's playing like at the Hillcrest and he's playing hole 3 and he's like 140 out all the time.
Maybe.
It's just another ace.
Right. Just
guess.
another ace.
I
Weren't
mean,
they all just another ace then?
Yeah, kind
well,
of.
3 under
But
instead of 2.
traditionally, you're hitting like 3 wood into a par 5 or 4 iron. A little harder.
It would be nice to know how many are wood. How many of those 8s are made with woods?
Yeah.
Because if
It'd
it's
be a
like
good-
6 of them.
Then that's something.
It'd be a good footnote to it for sure.
And then last one I had for this tournament, Justin Thomas
What about him?
Finished 26th. And that comes after earlier in the week.
Oh, right.
He said he believes he can have a year like Scotty Scheffler did last year. Now, this could just be a one-off tournament, and we're going to see a run for the ages. But
What if he wins every single tournament?
new dad powers. The one guy it's not working for so far. But
Sorry, what did he get?
26th.
Just trying to see how many times Scotty finished worse than that last year.
Like twice
Like
or
twice,
once?
I think.
It might be 2 or 3.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's all I had for the Sentry, unless there's something else anyone wanted to talk about.
No, that sounds perfect.
Aces, couldn't find any. Other than
Sorry, twice.
Yeah, I thought it was
T41 and T33. That's it.
because we had that conversation with Rom and
Yeah.
at the start. Of
Should
the
mention that Connors did finish T5 in this event, too. So
Yeah, he did.
Hadwin and Taylor were a little lower, 29 and 48.
Good
Taylor was
segue
up there.
because it was
Hadwin was up there for a
Connor's
bit.
birthday this week. So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Also Tiger Woods' birthday. We missed that one because we didn't pod. So
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm sure people have seen that somewhere on social media.
Yeah.
And then Miguel Angel Jimenez and friend of the pod, Schneids.
Yeah.
Nice.
Birthday.
Yes, nice.
Happy
I like
birthday.
that.
Shots of the week.
I had all of Hovland's shots on Friday's round.
Because you watched them all, because you bet on them.
All of them tied for first.
Mine was as much as everyone's very well known that I'm not a Hawaii guy. Something about that second shot on 18 is just one of the best shots in golf. So any gophering into second shot on 18.
Just the camera shot of it. There you go.
It's so- yeah.
Camera shot.
I do love the not only the angle of it, but how a good shot gets rewarded. How it all just like filters back over.
And now they play
Yeah.
way out right, and it just funnels down to the back left.
Yeah, it's very
It's
cool.
a cool shot. Anyone else?
Don't have one.
No, it's good.
So now we're resolutions or greenies?
Yeah, let's do resolutions first.
Resolutions first.
Yeah.
That's what we did last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did resolutions first. So we want
Recaps.
to go through the recap.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
So let me check and make sure the camera's still on.
Okay. This could be good.
Where
We're good.
who do we want to start with?
Oh boy.
Who's top on the list?
I wrote mine down first because I thought we were just doing our own.
Let's hear it.
So mine, I think I got three of 5 here, but miss less pods was the first one, and I think I did. I think I accomplished that this past year.
I think you might have missed one less.
You, yeah, probably one less.
One
yeah.
less,
Mine
You
2
did
years
miss
ago
less.
was to miss more pods. Remember
but
that?
I think it was.
That
I think
should've
it's only
been-
because
should've been
like
2024, you would have hit it.
I
No,
missed
I
a lot
didn't
of
miss
pods
any.
in 2023.
A lot.
Yes.
You both did. Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly less
4.
missed as a whole last year.
Then my next one was use my phone less or be on my phone less. Didn't accomplish that. Now that I figured out that you can just put it on your dashboard and watch movies while you're driving 7 hours home from Edmonton.
So my wife, it's funny because my wife used to get mad because I would have it on, like my phone, like on in the cup holder and like just be streaming whatever onto the radio. So she got mad at me because I was listening to it. So now and then she gets mad because I'm on it. But miraculously, she seems to be okay with that. Like I'll put on something because you don't need a digital speedometer.
you've
You got
got
an
one.
old school one right beside it. So
That's
I just
right.
slide it off to the left so I can see this speedometer. I'll just put anything on there just to watch. And drives
that's
fly
wild.
by.
Oh yeah, I watched the Commanders game yesterday.
Yeah. It's no different than just like listening to a podcast. It's taking away your attention. I'm trying to listen to what's going on.
And
In this
now,
case-
and I mean, it was a double lane highway, so there's really no.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's no problems. Like
Yeah,
I gotta
single
just-
lane, I will be honest. Single lane, not never, rarely text and drive on single lanes.
Yeah,
Because
singles different.
well, because you don't know what the other person's doing.
Exactly.
You drift
Yeah.
a little bit, they drift a little bit, you're dead.
Yeah.
Double lane, you always got enough time to see the car ahead of you and anyone coming beside you.
So I didn't get that one.
PSA, don't text and drive.
My next one was to be better prepared for Zonic or Zin shortages.
Were you?
Oh yeah. I mean, it helped that the shortages weren't there this year.
That's
so,
true.
So that one I hit. This one I did not hit, and it was walk more rounds. 'Cause I think I
0
walked
to 0.
No, I walked 1 in 2023, and then I walked 0 this year.
Was it 0?
Yeah.
That's surprising. I thought you would have gone at least one.
No, I don't think I walked 1.
I don't think I'm trying to think if I did.
Well, I walked Silverwood when I played it, but
Yeah, it
Doesn't count. It doesn't. It's not a course. So
No.
oh, it's a course. And then my other one was play in the club championship, and I did that. So
good for you.
so that one I hit.
Easy one there.
Big year.
Well, no, it wasn't easy because I'm not a fan of the format or the whole thing.
Or the people that are in it.
Okay, I got Canoop written down next year. So his first one, and as soon as I heard this, I died laughing. He said, and I quote, he is going to walk on the treadmill every evening he is downstairs watching sports for a minimum of 30 minutes.
So, funny thing.
Every day. All
Every
365.
time.
So,
We should go inside right now and see how much dust is on that thing.
no.
right now.
So, funny thing about that is, I didn't do it a single time until the middle of December, and I think that's actually going to be a thing for me in 2025.
Oh, so you're currently in that mode?
Yes, that's right.
So,
So
it took you
11
11 and a half
and
months.
It took me 11
months
and a half
to do
months to do it, but I'm doing it now. It won't
Okay.
be a 2025 resolution. Though.
Okay. His next one, which I assume he hit, was take more trips.
Did big time. I think I had 8 this year. So
Yep.
Oh, we got a Dom's just really gonna rub people the wrong way when he tries to join the belt.
You're trying to
again.
find Amazon Prime, eh?
Okay.
And so his golf ones, Canoop said to make the cut at the Canadian Amateur held at Riverside Golf and Country Club.
didn't even get in.
Didn't even get in.
So it's just null and void.
NA?
Well, or it didn't happen.
That's right.
And then the one that really cheesed off Bronell was to get a hole in one.
Yeah.
Glad you
happen.
didn't.
Unfortunately, did not.
Yep.
Close, couple times, but
Yep. Then Bronell.
Oh, great.
I'm interested on the first one. That wasn't really a resolution.
to boycott Davidson
Yes.
DQ.
Did you boycott
Yes,
Davidson
I
DQ?
did.
You did?
Yes.
The
Yes.
whole year?
Yes.
Not once.
Did you go to A&W?
A&W or Tim's or whatever. Subway.
Okay.
I'm going to Subway in Davidson over DQ now.
Nice. I like that. I'm happy you did it because, yeah, it's.
Fuck
You
that
can't go
place,
there.
man.
And the worst part is, I think we talked about this before, is like other Dairy Queens aren't like that.
No.
Like, I went to the Dairy Queen in Rostern, and this lady
Lovely.
was like
It was
trying
lovely, I
to.
bet. Yep.
She was trying to get me the best deal I could because I was ordering like a mixed match of things because like the
Yeah,
kids
the
wanted
2 for
nuggets.
$5s or whatever. Yeah.
She was doing her best to make it the cheapest possible.
I believe it. Yep.
And then, I didn't want the ice cream because we were going to be outside and get back in the car, and she just gave me vouchers for ice cream next time.
that's
Wow.
awesome.
Really?
So, like, what's going on in Davidson?
Yeah.
Wow.
Thieves is
Good,
what they
good
are.
for you making that though, Bruno.
I hope you did this because it'd be good. Start practicing punting and kicking with my kids.
Did not. But I do have a net now. My youngest got a net for baseball, like for throwing.
okay, yeah.
So I think he could kick into it too. So I mean,
Okay,
neither of them are going anywhere at hockey or baseball. So might have to start this year. This might be the year.
This is the
Okay.
year.
Buy a football and just start punting into the net.
You gonna buy a CFL ball or
No.
NFL ball?
No.
Did you listen to the pod last year? Because you said that exact same thing.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
The next one was to cook more of different things and make bigger batches so you'd have leftovers.
Accomplished. Yep. Could do even more, but accomplished it barely.
What were
Did.
some of the biggest
What were the
different ones?
metrics that you used?
No, just like more soups and stuff like that.
Oh, big soup guy.
Soup?
Soups, curries, those kinds of things. Big, Chinese food meals, everything.
Like
Okay.
chicken balls.
No.
Well, what do you mean Chinese food then?
Ginger beef, noodles,
Deep
fried
fried
rice.
shrimp,
like,
all the
just
good
make
things.
a big batch and then you got it for 2 days kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your last one of your personal resolutions was
yeah.
to be under 500 drinks for the year.
Worse than Canoops for sure. Yep.
Wait till we get to yours. Fuck.
Oh yeah, mine are bad.
What? So we haven't done the golf ones yet?
No, we're not at your golf ones yet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so under 500. Like I think this was one of my lowest ever, and I was still 452.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough to get under
Like
5.
you ain't.
I think Matt,
you ain't doing it.
I think Matty B said it's literally impossible for me.
I
Yeah.
think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And myself. But we'll get there. Yep.
Yeah, and then you said play more golf due to playing in more scramble tournaments. Accomplished?
Yes, because I did play the Player Cup in Elmwood with Sean, friend of the pod, Rusty.
So
Shovel.
one
Oh, yeah.
more scramble tournament than normal.
I know. It needs to be way more. I want to be in like 10 4-man scrambles next year.
That would be
Does that many even exist?
I don't know.
4-man.
Well, you could probably go
Eric-
in the ones,
I'll
all
go
the
with
ones
Eric
at the
to
Hillcrest where they
Alberta.
closed the course for.
You go play in some sim ones. I'm sure there's lots of sim.
Yeah, you
No.
knock a few
Yeah.
off the list early.
No.
And then the big one, which I don't think you accomplished it, and I think you're a liar if you said you did, but work on not caring about your score and getting mad about the score and just focusing on the match or the game that you're playing that day.
I said work on, so I worked on it.
You were certainly less mad.
I
this
do
year.
agree. Yeah, I do agree.
Less
Because I was
mad.
just completely deflated all the time.
Yes, I think so.
I was just like giving up.
You
Yeah.
know what? Actually, yeah, I'll give you that.
There is a direct correlation to your level of play
Yeah, I was
as
poor.
your care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So kind of accomplished a bunch there.
Lots.
Kind of.
Yeah, gray area for sure.
Okay.
And Matty B, the big one he started off with was that he was going to be more consistent with a physical activity routine.
Ah.
Is that a no?
I did see him in the gym
Hard no
one
there,
time.
yeah.
I saw him in the
actually
gym.
no. So I went to the gym. I would say probably from late January to early March. Like I was there quite a bit in the month of February last year, and
What
then
gym?
then I went outside at
Or
the
school,
school.
I imagine.
Oh, right.
But then, well, it doesn't really count in the summertime because I'm working outside in a hot environment, physical labor. So I'm not going to the gym after that. So I guess technically that's kind of a poor resolution, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause I
didn't really
can't.
think that through.
I'm too tired.
Yep.
So, but no, I did not. Okay.
And
what
then
else?
you, then you went to golf, and you said you're going to shoot under par at the Hillcrest because you had shot under par somewhere else.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's
At the Royal.
that's in my
With two 10-foot
that's
gimmies.
tied into my worst golf moment here. But yeah, I had an opportunity to shoot under par.
Very good opportunity.
One
Yeah.
under on 16
Yeah.
or one under on 17T.
And then the jinxes, I started filming.
Yes,
And?
true. Yep.
Jinxes exist.
In your own world, jinxes exist.
That's not a
One-
jinx. That's just too much pressure,
Pressure,
you
yeah.
are putting on him.
He didn't even
Yeah.
know I was filming.
One
Yes,
under.
He did. He knows.
I know. Yeah, I did. One under on 17T, and then went bogey, I think, in that round. And then I had another chance to break it with
Might have
I
been
needed a
bogey
birdie
double. I
on
think it was bogey
18.
double.
I think you doubled 18.
Yeah, but that's because I had already lost it.
Oh.
Yeah. The other round, I was even par on 18T and made par. So
And
what
then
else?
your next one was to play more than 40 rounds at the Hillcrest this year.
No
I
chance.
don't think I got that. No,
Definitely not.
no.
Definitely not. And then the big one, live your life,
Yep.
but you're not going to have more than 6 drinks in one day.
It lasted a while. It lasted a while.
It was gone by the end of January, was it not?
I thought it was before
It
that.
was gone the next week because the next pod was titled "Resolutions Are Made to Be Broken."
Yeah, but there was that loophole where he could stop drinking at midnight,
right,
And then
That didn't
continue
happen,
back
though,
on
either,
at 12:01.
I think I've cracked the code with this year's resolutions on my booze count.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, we're getting right into them.
Yeah.
Resolutions time.
Oh, you want me to go first? I'll go last and then
Might as
first.
well. Yeah.
Okay.
2 and 2 then.
2 and 2. Yep. So, where is it here? 2025. Okay. So my first resolution. I have a second one, but I didn't get the metrics, so I'm only gonna use one. I'm gonna do. So the first one, back to physical activity.
Oh, great.
The goal this year is to get back to. I'm gonna bench 225 this year.
Nice. I like that.
So.
What are you currently at?
Oh,
Or
I
you-
bet you I could
you
do
wanna
like
say?
155 6 times probably. Like I can't even bench 185 right now. Bad wing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get back. Last January, I did put 205 on the bar and got 1 up.
That's good.
So 225 is the goal.
That's doable.
I had deadlift and squat in here, but I don't know what my currents are, so I don't want to put any metrics on it.
You're going to fuck up your golf swing.
Maybe. But my booze resolution for 2025 is that I must walk or run 3 kilometers per beer drank. Okay, so I've done the math on it. Let me finish. This does not count.
Okay, repeat that one more time. Sorry.
Three,
This is your worst one yet.
3 kilometers per beer. Now hear me out.
Okay.
I've done the math. I just had 900 drinks. That's 2,700 kilometers in a year, or approximately 7.5 kilometers a day. Okay,
And you got the step counter?
but I'm not. The caveat is I'm not including steps, like they have to be actual like mapped walks or runs.
So your steps throughout the day don't
Count. So
Oh,
the-
you're
the-
fucked then.
So
Fully
it's
fucked.
So
If your
let me
steps don't
finish.
count, you're
Let
fucked.
me finish. 7.5 kilometers. I currently walk the dog twice in the morning and the evening. Our route that we go every single day is 2.3 kilometers. I do that twice a day. So I'm already at 4.6. So I have to add 2 kilometers roughly, or 3 kilometers onto that. So we'll go for longer walks. And this is in the wintertime I'm doing this. So the summertime, I'm going to take her for longer walks. Maybe mix in a run. I don't know. If I'm down on booze count on my kilometers, got to go for a 10K run.
How many drinks did you have last year?
900. I have to do 2,700 kilometers.
So just think about it like, so
So
it's a lagging day, or is it just by the end of the year you got to?
I was debating. I was going to do the end of the year, but I'm going to try to keep it as close as possible. So next December, I don't have to go on the treadmill for
Yeah, but
50 kilometers.
you're going
or
to go
something.
out one night, have 10 drinks, and the next day you're running,
No,
walking 30
no,
kilometers?
no. So I'm already this year. So in my booze count now, I have, it's January 6th. I'm already at 30 kilometers. So
Walked?
Yeah. So I could have 10 beer and I've only had 4. It's not like I can't. I'm just saying I want to make sure that I'm always ahead of it with my kilometers. Does that make sense?
I get you. Yep.
So I have to
So,
do 2,700 kilometers in walking or running for this year to keep my current booze count.
So you're just going to walk all your golf rounds then? Or that doesn't count?
That would count.
That would count.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying the steps that I get throughout the day don't count. It has
Okay.
to be like a focused thing. So if I'm going to walk around, absolutely that would count.
So
Okay.
essentially, you're just trying to you need to make up 21 kilometers a week because you're already doing 4 and change.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I can do that one. Like that's a realistic goal. 7.5 kilometers a day.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm at 4.6 right now.
You start walking golf rounds, you're really going to be in
Yeah.
business.
And
Well,
my
he's got a golf though to do that.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
My golf related ones. Number 1, track my stats. Serious this time.
I like
Because
it.
I said that 2 years ago. I said
You
I
did.
wanted to track.
Yep.
But this one I'm actually going to put in fairways hit, greens and regulation, and putts.
You won't.
I will. I'm going to do it. And my second one,
You should do the spreadsheet too this year.
so the second
Track all
one
our
has
rounds.
to do with it. Second one, and I think we should all do this as a pod moving forward, is to keep all scores and scorecards. Because I don't know if
Okay.
you saw that reel of that girl whose grandpa passed away, and he had every single golf round for the past 50 years. He had them by year, and he had them all filed away. And then I'm not going to go this far, but he did have like all of his scores in there, his scoring average for every year, and he had 50 years of this. So he had like a Excel spreadsheet printed off
Yeah.
with every round that he played that year, his scoring average
We had
that
that
year.
I did that for 4 years in a row.
I know, but I'm saying we should
But-
do that. We should keep every scorecard in a box.
But
Too bad we
can't you
missed
just
you.
do that on Golf Canada? It'll keep them forever?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the physical scorecards.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like, just as a
The
now you
nostalgia
know
of
how
it.
many you played
Yeah.
because they're right there. If you go play different courses, like we played some pretty cool courses. I have some of our scorecards. I'll have a beer. Yep, I got a couple extra kilometers to spare. But like I've kept some of ours. Like when we played the Lynx and Glen Eagles, I still have that card. Like I've kept some of them, but I think it would be cool to just like have that documented. Like this girl went through it, and she's like pulling, and she like pulls out. Oh, here's when Grandpa played St. Andrews,
That's sick.
and he has. It was like they didn't even know it existed, and then he passed away, and in his garage was this entire like shelving of all
I
these
think I did see
scorecards
that.
and stuff. So
That's actually
very
kind of cool.
So I think I'll do it, but if you guys want to participate, if you play another round other than the Hillcrest, I'm going to keep the Hillcrest ones too.
Okay.
But keep all of our scorecards.
'Kay.
And then at the end of the year, and hopefully in 20 years, look back and be like, yeah, we played some pretty sick courses.
Yeah.
And now you have a record of it. Because like I've kept
That's-
scorecards of cool places before. I don't know where they are, but if I ever clean my like boxes from all
Yeah.
the moves I've had in the past few years, I'd find some of them.
And it's incentive to play more courses too.
Yeah, just to put it in your Rolodex. You always
Yeah.
talk about with your buddies. How many courses do you think you've played in your life? You don't even know what that answer is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I actually
you
think
kinda-
that's a really good idea.
kind of cool.
And you can, knock off all the Saskatchewan ones for sure.
Yeah, but like we went
That'd
on
be
we
awesome,
went
yeah.
on a couple of roadies. Don't have all I think
I have them all. I think.
you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we kept them in the other studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like stuff like
I
that.
might have thrown them out last year, but
Anyway, that's my other resolution.
that's it. You're done.
Yeah, I had
only
kilometers,
one golf
bench, track
No,
my
you had
stats,
two golf ones.
and then
Oh,
keep all
yeah,
the scorecards.
Okay.
Was that me next then? For going reverse order.
Yes.
Okay. So kind of copying Harv's last year, not quite, but kind of a 2-for-1 here. I'm going to cut my daily reel time in half. So
What's it at now, though?
Yeah,
So
so
you're
what
going
is
you're
your-
going by the 9:27 phone time on Sunday mornings, or what are you gonna? How are you gonna track that?
I'm just going to do it.
Guess.
Just know, right? You'll
Yeah,
just know.
because it ties into the second part. I'm going to try to get more sleep. So they kind of go hand in hand. I'm watching reels at night. My goals, I have that sleep app that I paid for.
yeah, for a year by accident.
So I'm going to try to average 8.5 hours of sleep
How is the sleep app going?
8.5 hours?
a night. Yeah.
What are you, 2?
So I'm a big
Fuck, I'm 9.
I'm an 8 guy for sure.
I would love to get to 9, but it's not realistic with hockey and stuff. So
What time do you wake up?
6:45.
yeah. So you got to get bed by 10:30.
That's easy.
10:30 and you're not even
10:15.
there. 10:15.
10:15.
That's the prime
That's
time for
fine.
reels, though. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What's
You know, if you find a good reel and you send
A
it
lot
to a
of-
buddy at 10:45 p.m., they're opening that and they're laughing.
A lot of times, honestly, I'm in bed at 9 and I'm on reels till 10:30.
Yeah.
Actually,
Or like not just reels, but like I'll go to Facebook, I'll go to YouTube, and then I'll be watching like football in bed
yeah.
on
Yeah.
the Zone or whatever.
Yeah,
You get your
like-
screen time update every Sunday. Do you know what yours?
I never
typically
look
is?
at it. I
You don't, hey?
Oh,
on purpose don't look at it because
so
I know
this
it's bad.
is this
Do you know what
is-
yours is?
You want to know?
Yeah.
So 9:27 on Sunday, you get that message,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And my average on those holidays was 7 hours and 12 minutes on my
Oh, yeah.
phone. Because I'm sitting there watching Fast and Furious, just scrolling. 7
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
When I work,
Crazy.
when I'm at work, it's like 3.5, maybe 4.
Yeah.
It was 7 hours and like 12, 15 minutes. I like looked at that. Your screen time was up 44% or something like that. I was like, oh my God.
So on my Android phone, it doesn't tell me the actual number. It just says whether it's been more or less than the week before. So all I want is less every week.
Oh yeah.
The Androids can't track that stuff.
Probably not.
But just think if you just
I don't
want
want to know
less-
the number.
Yeah.
If it's less, then all you have to do is in July just throw a 250% more, and then the rest will be less after that.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I got it figured out.
But yes, that's a really good one because it will help you when we get back into what everyone else daylight savings time. Because these middle winter months when those football late sports games are at 7, 8, and 9 o'clock, those are awful. So when
They
you get to
suck.
baseball games starting back at 8,
Yeah.
you can get in bed by 10:30.
The fact you're trying to go for 9 hours is just ridiculous.
8.5.
Yeah, but you want 9.
Yeah.
Like it's just unnecessary. You're just wasting your life.
So we have a good.
But my goal is to be more productive because I'm not going to be so tired. Like from 8 to 10 every night, I don't do anything. I get the
So-
kids to bed and I don't do anything. Like I could be like doing stuff. I could be like practicing my putting or
Well, and that's the thing is, I think
building
it's
shelves in the garage.
More, I think
harder.
it's more you just don't have the drive to do it.
I don't
'cause
have
I'm
any
in the
drive.
same
I have
boat.
0 drive.
Yeah, but that's the problem, right? Because we have a
But maybe
buddy,
that extra half hour sleep will
Yeah,
get me there.
But if
we
you
ha-
have more rest,
our
maybe.
our
Yeah.
buddy in Saskatchewan, he sleeps like 4 to 5 hours a night.
And
I
he's
ca- I don't
way he's
understand
got
that.
way more drive than I do.
But that's what I mean, right?
Yeah.
He's got 3 kids, keep him busy all the time. He's got drive to do stuff, projects, things like that. I think realistically, sleep can be a mindset at times.
I agree.
It's
Yeah.
just like, I'm
Yeah.
just
I'm
not going to be
7
tired tomorrow.
tops. 7 tops every night.
Just not tired.
Good for you.
Yeah.
My second personal one, my goal this year is to read one book.
I was gonna have
Read
that.
one
I was
book.
gonna have that, and I knew it wasn't gonna be possible, so I left it off.
I know it's gonna be tough.
But I was gonna say not like
not a
like
kid's
sports, not a kid, but not even like a sports book. I was gonna put in mind. Like it
Yeah.
has to be like a book.
Yeah.
Like a fiction book?
Yeah, just
But
something that's not like
rom-com.
a
You know what's
Tiger Woods autobiography or something.
You know
like
what's
that.
gonna
not
happen?
that. No.
We're gonna get to next year's resolution recap, and Bronell's 100% gonna be like, couldn't pick the book, couldn't pick which one book I wanted to read.
Just
I
some
narrowed it
sort
down
of
to 7. I couldn't pick one. I just didn't bother.
sci-fi smut or something.
I have a third one written down. It's probably going to be happening, but it's to choose a new NFL team to root for. Golf ones, I think this one's been used before, but I'm going to practice more.
You used it 2 years
I've
ago.
used it lots. But the thing is going to the range is an easy thing to bring a kid to, right? So if I just go to the range for an hour and go to the putting green, which they don't really exist
So,
at the same place, but
You said
you
this.
can bring a kid and
Yeah.
I can go as much time as I want.
Exactly what he said
Right?
the last time.
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Like you said this exact thing 2 years ago. Then last year on the recap pod, you're like, "There's nowhere to practice in Moose Jaw."
There isn't.
So how am I supposed to practice more when there's nowhere to practice?
I just want to get good at 50 to 80 yard shots. That's all I want. I don't care if I suck at everything
come
else in
right
golf
here.
from now on. I just want to be good from 70. I watched Decky hit a bunch of shots from 70 yards. Like, it's just so smooth. And he takes it back like almost all the way. He's all the way up. It's just so smooth, and it's just all about the tempo.
Is there a golf tool out there that measures proximity? Like a little laser that you could just like take to the green and just shoot the pin before you pull it? Like, how does that not exist, or does it?
A sim.
I don't know.
No,
actually.
but
like
that's-
some of
but that's-
the
I was
apps out
thinking
there,
this-
You can set where the pin location is and where your ball is, and I think that like
But all of
roundabout.
them
Right,
is just
but
too
roundabout-
much input.
But would that not
That's the
be
problem.
would that not be a good tool to create? And how does
Yeah.
it not exist? Like, it's just like a key fob that's on, or a little laser that's on your belt attached to your phone, and you just like set it down wherever your ball mark is, and you shoot the laser. It tells you you're 10 feet 6 inches, logs it, and move on.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be pretty cool.
Good
Yep.
idea.
Patent it.
There you go.
Last one.
Last one.
I have to bleep that out.
Last golf one. Win a flight in a Player Cup this year.
You never done that?
Well,
Oh yeah, you did with Canoe.
Canoop and I did, and I might have won.
Won a player cup. Yep.
But it's been a few years for sure, and I don't know. Might have to just go full sandbag to do it. But if it gets to that point,
You're on your way.
legends, I will do it. We will shoot 80 in the first round.
I'm in.
Yeah, but that's the thing with the way they do sandbagging is a little tough, because you could shoot 80 and be 3 or 4 back.
Yeah, but then
Will
you
it be enough?
Yeah.
just pop a quick 62 on the board, and
Fair enough. All right.
Well, we would have won a flight that year that the greens were all messed up.
oh yeah,
we had
yeah.
every
Flinko.
green. We had
Yeah.
every green.
we did 18 for 18.
Yeah.
What are we doing for partner? Are you playing elk this year?
I hope so.
Are we back together?
It's up to you.
Reunited?
It's up to you.
And it feels so
I kind of
good.
feel like we might have to, because that was epic year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Might be due. We might
Elite
be due.
bringing them back together.
Yeah.
Way to go, Duff.
Or I'm with Rich.
Nope.
I don't
One
care.
of
That's
two.
my guy.
Ah.
We got unfinished business. Okay. Reverse order. It's back. It's the canoe
It's hard.
now.
Canoe.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going personal first, right?
Yep.
Walking on a tread.
We might have to,
Hey,
we'd have to
hey.
postpone Greenies to next week.
Yeah, we're only at 104.
We're fine.
Yeah, we got news still in the.
Yeah, news will be.
We
quick.
were an hour and a half last year after resolution.
I thought it was 2 hours. Get rid of.
no
get
hour
rid
and a
of
half.
this.
Hour and a half after resolutions. He said.
Yeah.
Oh.
My first one's pretty simple. You guys have alluded to it. No one's had drink aspirations. Mine is sub 400. Listen.
Okay, you're not changing it because you
No.
tried to change it
I
last
know.
time.
I think I had originally went to 300 and then I went 400. I was close-ish. I think I was at
No, it
500.
was 200. It was 200
It was
beers.
200 beers.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
and you weren't close.
I
It was
don't
like
know.
350 you came in at.
So sub 400 drinks, and I'm going to lose 10 pounds.
Is it a
Listen,
little separate
listen.
ones?
Do you care
Listen
to
to my-
say
they're
the
separate.
starting point?
They're separate. So, I'm getting old. Joints
Boyle
are starting to
wants to
get
know.
sore. I need
Boyle
to
wants
just
to know.
get a little less. So 850 were my drinks this year. If I go down to 400, we'll say an average drink is 110 calories, and that's probably on the low side. 450 less is about almost 50,000 calories, which is 14 pounds. So if I do the sub 400 drinks, I should be able to easily
I
lose
see what you're saying.
that 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's a big if.
So
I think I can do it.
That's 500 less than this
Are
year.
you gonna
I
tell
don't
us-
want to
are
be
you gonna
this
tell us the
guy,
starting
but you
point?
got to.
I'm like 233.
Well, it's got to be a real.
234.
It's got to be a real
I-
number that we can subtract 10
measure.
from.
I'll measure
Okay.
tomorrow morning when I get to work. So those are my two personals.
Okay.
Golf. Play more golf this year.
Oh my god.
No, listen.
not a real
Yes,
one.
it is. I had the lowest number of rounds, actual individual rounds that I've played in probably 5 years this year.
And still led
47 rounds.
and still led the province in total rounds by anyone under 50.
47 rounds this year. So I am planning to play more.
60?
Would be my hope.
60
Yep.
is the goal.
Would be my hope. Last one, shooting for the stars. I'm gonna shoot 62 this year. That's the goal.
Where?
Here.
Okay.
I think that's
or
an
anywhere.
attainable goal.
You could say anywhere.
Well, sure. Anyway,
Most
but
likely to
the
happen
goal
here.
is here.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
not.
Can't go to Silverwood though.
No. I
That'd
probably
be a bad
won't-
round
I
there, yeah.
won't play that place anyway. So
You're lost, bud.
You're 0 for 1 in beating me there. So
I guess I'm up.
we'll get to that in the greenies, buddy.
First one. I'm just not eating bread anymore.
What?
Bread is out. Bread is out.
Subs out.
Subs out. But here's the like.
burgers.
What about
Burgers
chicken
out.
fingers?
Burgers are out.
Yeah, no buns, no bread.
Chicken
Like
fingers.
lettuce, like maybe lettuce wrap or
Let's-
something.
No way. Are
No.
you? Do you have like a thing?
No, I just don't like I don't have a diagnosed thing, but I don't like how I feel after I eat bread.
Okay.
But like
Bunged up.
just bread and buns and like
So chicken
pastries.
fingers are still
chicken
good.
fingers are still fine.
Pizza.
breading.
No, pizza's out.
Pizza's out.
Like the thick dough is out. Like a thin crust, okay.
Whoa.
Interesting.
As a guy that has, on average, 3 pieces of bread a day, that is wild.
I know.
So what are you gonna eat?
Like
Just chicken fingers? That's it.
Chicken finger Dale. Let's get him back on.
just eat other things like steak, chicken, potato.
Not steak sandwich though.
Not steak sandwich.
Okay,
No
so why are you
garlic.
getting rid of bread, but you're still going to eat potatoes? Isn't that the same?
No, it's the bread. It's
That's
like
way
the-
different.
Yeah.
it's
gluten
it's
versus starch.
Starchy.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
the
the
same
gluten that's the bad.
That's a
thing.
gluten.
Yeah, so when you go, you're getting chicken fingers and fries at every trade show you go to and stuff like
He
that.
doesn't
Or
like
like
fries
a
though.
wrap or whatever. Just
Wraps
no-
are okay.
Yeah, wraps are okay.
Oh,
Like pasta's
tortilla.
okay, but I never eat pasta, so it's already not an issue. Just no bread, like no toast, no garlic toast,
Oh,
no
man.
buns.
I have two
It's
pieces
out.
two pieces of toast every morning.
so when we go to on the roadie or whatever we go next year, and we get a bunch of pizza, you got to get one of those stupid little cauliflower ones, or
Just eat the toppings off it, I guess.
And we'll just look at him like we spent money on this. Is he's grabbing the toppings off and rolling the pepperoni and cheese?
What kind of pizza do you want? I don't know. Something that has everything on it so I can go full.
Everything.
Yeah, he wants deluxe so he can get full. Ham and pineapple.
We're gonna have to make some sacrifices here as a group. Maybe
Yeah.
no pizza on those road
Well,
trips.
Canoop won't
All
want the
right,
pizza.
that's fair.
Canoop
I'll bring
can't
a
have the
veggie tray,
calories.
No, I don't need it.
Canoop can't have the calories for his weight loss in the pizza.
Here we go.
Bronell and I are gonna be eating for 2. Oh,
We'll
that's
just
good
get-
though. No bread. Okay.
No bread. My next one is I'm gonna be a better gambler
Oh.
because right now, like I put
that's tough.
$50 in
That's
the
gonna be
old
tough.
Bet 365. Not your level of. Oh, I forgot one of your resolutions.
I was wondering if you were going to say that one.
How did I miss that one? Before I get to mine, Bronell said he's gonna have no more bets with Canoop, which you didn't do because you guys have made bets.
Yep.
And then you were gonna have no more solo trips to the casino.
May or may not have happened.
so,
Yeah, but they're wins, so it
No.
doesn't count.
They weren't.
Well, sometimes.
so back be a better
Not
gambler
even.
because I put money in my Bet 365 for the first time in a long time, And like I got a system where I bet and I'll get way up, and then I just get stupid, and I'm like,
Happens to everyone.
I'll throw this one on there, which is
Yeah.
free money, and it's always Leafs minus 2.1, minus 1.5 against the worst team in the league,
And then they win by
lose.
1.
And then they win by 1 or lose, and I lose a whole thing. The rest of them hit.
Yeah.
So just be a better gambler that way.
Man, that's the hardest thing for any gambler is to stick to their system of like, well, Canute plays one-offs, but eventually you go on that cold streak, and it's just like then you start chasing those losses.
Yeah.
Like I'll bet $5 bets. That's all I do. But then I'll add 6 legs instead of just stopping at 3 and winning 3 times my money or 4 times. I'm like, nah, 10x.
Yeah, I'm
12x. Nope,
I'm
that's
usually
where you
2
lose.
hockey games and a basketball game, and it usually like doubles or triples up on.
Just
puck
be
line.
better at it.
See?
Yep.
That's the smart way. Do it.
Yeah, and then golf ones, I'm gonna track my handicap because I haven't done that for a
late basketball
couple
games.
years now, and I'm gonna get my handicap to the lowest it's ever been. So 2 years ago, I got to 3.2.
Nice.
So I gotta get lower than that.
That should be simple for you.
No, it's gonna be very difficult. But I'm getting lessons, I think. So, and then get a hole in one, stealing
Nice.
canoes.
I like it.
Second one, I guess.
Yeah, I
but,
was gonna say.
but yeah. So
Like, so you're not eating bread and you're tracking your handicap now? Like, who the fuck are you?
I don't know. I mean, I did try and go to bed earlier last year, and that lasted 4 days. So.
Oh yeah, and cold showers.
Cold showers that lasted 1 day.
Cold showers.
Just gonna try.
You
random
loved
things.
cold showers there for a day.
Yeah, for a day they were great.
Yep.
And then the next day was cold out, and I'm like, nope. Greenies, I guess we're into.
Yep.
Are we doing it?
Yeah, greenies. Yep.
Really doing it.
They'll be kind of quick.
So the first topic is the best player item this year.
I'm
Go ahead.
So wait, we're all saying ours.
Yeah, and then
and
we
then
pick
we'll
it. Yeah.
picking?
Pick it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So my nominee is recency bias is the player black hoodie with the pink hockey highlighted logo.
It's good.
Good choice, yeah.
Mine's
that.
still the shorts. I think they're the best shorts out there.
Those dark blue ones are nice, yeah.
Yeah, I got the rest.
I
of
got
the
every
3
color.
this year.
Yeah.
Now I
Every
got all
color.
4
I
colors.
say the tan shorts are my favorite. Love them.
Yeah.
I like the black ones that they had this year with like the button
Yeah.
Yeah.
snap and just a little lighter.
I've got 2. One is vest, but you guys didn't get one. The second one is the black shirt with the blue collar. I know.
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that you love.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
my favorite.
I didn't wear it
item.
enough, but
The one with the little gray lines on
I'll
it.
get
too?
some,
Yeah,
like
that one's
arrows
very
or
nice.
whatever they
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
that's a
Yeah,
good one.
love that one.
Habs are a wagon, by the way. Mine's easy. It's all the full zip quarter zips.
That's fair.
All of them.
Okay,
Although that hockey jacket might
it's
take the
unreal.
cake.
Those elite hoodies are unreal too. That he came out with in like November.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
those are nice. Yeah.
Like that's a late entrant.
So who are we picking?
I think we got to go recency and go with the hockey.
That hockey one is nice, but I mean that blue collar one, that black with the light blue collar with that light blue Callaway hat on top.
I know. Looks
I think
so
that
good.
has to be it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the black and blue polo, best
'Kay.
player item.
I'm okay with that. So next is best Callaway item.
This one's simple for me. It's again like yours, late edition Callaway Elite Driver. Man, it's,
No one else
it's insane.
knows.
Yeah.
No one else
Matt's
knows.
hit
Yeah,
it, but
yeah. I would say all black Opus wedges. I don't
Yeah,
need to hit them
that's
to
fair.
know they're the best.
yeah.
And I would say it's the Apex Pro and MB irons because I got the split set last year and I've never got a split set before and I loved it.
Okay.
And I would
Marv?
say it's the Jailbird putter.
Actually,
That's a good.
that was actually what you had written down.
Yeah.
We're not one of those talk shows that just has 4 different ones just to.
Oh, it's written
Be
down right here.
different.
Jailbird.
So how are we gonna pick? I don't think we can.
Well,
Keep
they're
them
all
all.
good. I could lean to the Jailbird putter if I had a Super Stroke on it. Unfortunately, I didn't like the grip that Odyssey came out with this year. But on the new putter, they have changed their grips. So I think that next year we'll be having the same conversation, but it'll be with the Jailbird.
that one.
Yeah. What do you guys think, though? Where should we go with this one?
Irons are good.
The irons are good.
Yeah, we can go with the irons.
I hit my
I
irons
will-
better than ever.
Yeah.
I will tell you what, if this podcast ended tomorrow and the Callaway sponsorship ended, I would buy those clubs off of Callaway and keep them for the rest of my
Absolutely.
life.
I would 100% agree.
And I wouldn't have said that about my other set. But
That's
I'd
fair.
say that about this one.
I would agree. I would say
like
that my game has significantly improved since the Callaway Apex hit my bag.
Next.
Next up,
Next, Churchill beer, best one.
the black.
Pilsner.
Yeah.
It's Pilsner.
black
You guys,
lager.
it's Pilsner.
Bruno, you had the black last week.
It's the Browns.
The brown Britisher.
Yep. The Browns
Also
are
very
just
good.
We got to do this in the summer. This is stupid.
Well, it would be Lawnmower. Lawnmower is removed from this.
Lawnmowers.
It's Pilsner's number one.
The Pilsner might be better for me.
Lawnmowers
I
number
might
one.
be with Harbaugh.
in the
Lawnmower is number one, but they can't win the award every year. But they kind of could.
Kind of good. Yep.
So I would say Lawnmower wins, but we got to pick the win that's not Lawnmower.
Well, you guys both said black lager, but they don't have them in cans yet. So
Not yet. Soon.
If I had to pick between Pilsner and Browns, I would pick Browns.
Let's go Brown.
they're all good.
The Britisher Brown Ale.
Yep.
Brown Ale?
Yep.
Or is it just Britisher Brown?
Poor Harv.
Yeah. Britisher Brown 2020.
Best
Fort
PGA moment.
I have Scotty getting arrested.
All right. That's not bad.
The most click-worthy event of the PGA season, I
There's
would
a
say.
bunch of good moments.
The best moment was Scotty getting
What's yours,
arrested.
Harv?
Mine's Nick Dunlop winning as an amateur and a professional.
That was one of mine.
That was one of my two as well.
What's your other one?
Well, Bryson winning U.S. Open and beating Rory.
fuck.
You kidding me?
And then chirping him about it in the
Exactly.
match.
He's the best.
We should probably mention Pendrith's win at the CJ Cup and Nick Taylor's win at the Phoenix Open. Those are both good moments. But mine is Robert Duncan McIntyre winning
Ooh.
the Canadian Open and then the Scottish Open.
Ooh.
I also had
Bobby Mack winning the Canadian
honorable
Open was
mention was
electric.
Grayson Murray getting back in the winner's circle.
Oh my god!
You're going to say something else after that?
If he wouldn't have made the face, I wouldn't have laughed. But then he made the face and made us laugh. Now I look like the dick.
He got back in the winner's circle after all that strife that he has gone through.
Next,
We don't need to talk about what happened. But
Yeah.
I can 100% get behind Bobby Mack.
Well, we all three of us had Dunlap, so
Okay. It's Dunlap then. Best PGA Tour moment.
Winning as an
2020
amateur, first one since Phil in '93.
and then winning again as a pro.
yeah,
Yeah. 2024 best PGA Tour moment. Nick Dunlap.
crazy.
So this is best personal golf moment. So we all have our own, and then we pick which one's the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. My best moment is also my worst moment. And that was tying my career low at the Hillcrest because I tied it. I tried to shoot under par at the home course. I tied it, so I was very happy. I was when I took a step back, I was very happy, but it was also my worst moment.
You're 3 under at one point, I think.
Yes,
weren't you?
correct, yep.
Yeah. Fuck. That sucks.
mine's very, very easy, winning Tamarack.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Forgot about that actually.
It's actually tied with also not losing to you this year once. Not even really sniffing.
You played with me like 2 times. How was I supposed to beat you in those 2 rounds?
Best moment.
You spent half the time arguing on how many strokes I was going to get, which is normally less than it should be.
I did have. Okay.
Mine is winning the first flight in the club championship.
I got the video. Oh man, that was a fucking farce.
And donating your donating his winnings to the pot. I still got those gift certificates on my side table for next year.
Hey, at least he donated it back.
He did donate it back.
Yeah.
He felt bad.
Good guy. Yeah.
I had no intentions of winning, and then you guys just gifted me at the end.
Yeah. That was
Good guy,
bad
that
by
Harv.
us. That was terrible by us.
Like my son gifting his, he got the player of the game in one of the games this weekend, but it was a mistake because we flipped the numbers. Like I told them 12 on their team, and then the refs did it for some
12
reason,
on
and they
your
said
team.
12 on our team instead, and gave the other one a 15, but it was supposed to be 15 on our team. So we got in the room, and I was like, "Yeah, that's actually not yours." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go give it to the kids." So I thought that was pretty good. Mine was playing. I mean, I didn't have a lot of highlights this year, not to discredit this one, but playing in the Elmwood Player Cup with a friend of the pod, Sean. And
Oh,
I
that's a
mean,
good
just
one.
adding that one to our repertoire
Repertoire,
as a DTG, and playing in the horse race, and it ends up finishing in the pitch black.
That was cool.
And Sean was striping it all day off the tee, not a single bad shot, dead left, first hole of the horse race, and then I pump one to 70 yards. He stiffs it to 4
Yeah.
feet, and I make the bogey putt
And
to advance. We lost out 2 holes later, but
that doesn't matter.
Still.
neither here nor there.
Yeah,
Fun.
I think exactly.
I think the
Good hole.
biggest takeaway from that is that Elmwood Player Cup was awesome.
Mhm.
Like that's going to be a good event for a long time, especially because it happens in July.
Yeah.
We were playing until 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's the
almost.
one. That's the one problem with Labor Day is that it doesn't go late.
And Mother's Day out at Elbow.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a horse race,
Cold.
Yeah.
but might
I
have
can't
to do
believe
that.
we didn't win that horse race. We were set up with that back 9
Mhm.
for me to hit 1, then you 2, then me the par 5, then you the par 3, then me the par 5, and you just chunked one on the par 3. And we were fine.
That could happen to
yeah.
anyone.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, I would probably give that one to Canute for the Tamarack.
Yeah, Canoop's
Yeah,
Tamaracks the
fine.
best
All right, thanks, guys.
personal
Fine,
golf
thank
you.
moment of this pod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst moment. So I already said mine. 3 under through 15.
Mine's Bronell and I getting absolutely trounced by the Fief dog at Elkridge
Yeah.
Player Cup.
You were.
Smoked by us, by them.
You should have been off bread that day.
I don't think I ate, so I think I was.
You should have been on bread that day.
Yeah, on breath. Yeah.
that damn hole 8.
Yeah.
been on breath.
Get in the water
All
3
3 times. Yeah.
No, that's good.
Mine was. I mean, I don't know if this video is going to come out eventually, but probably not. Us not breaking 50 in the 4-man scramble from the forward tees because I just played like complete dog shit too. So
We didn't play well.
No.
And
Canute
then we
played.
just
Might
got,
be a redo next year.
Canute played very
and we
poorly
just got
too.
like sad.
I almost got an
Yeah.
ace.
Did almost get an ace.
That would have been a mood changer.
Yeah.
We would have done it if that would have gone in. 100%.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mine is just not playing well enough at the Royal for the M, a course that I've played 100 times easily, and just not playing well enough to make the cut at the end. So I lean Matty B's, to be honest, with this one.
3 under. With,
Yeah.
I think it was. I
For
think it was
worst moment?
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I'm just happy to win a greenie.
Yep. Best pod moment.
Drive the green versus the Moose Jaw Warriors.
That was
Oh.
mine. That was mine as well.
I said President's Cup.
Mine's President's Cup as well.
I figured you guys were all going to go Presidents, so that's why I went Warriors.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well, I think it is the President's Cup.
yeah,
But I mean that DTG versus Warriors is pretty cool.
was
Other
too.
than
For
they
them to win it.
sandbagged us.
yeah.
Other than sandbagging, but for them to do that up 2 games in the WHL Championship to, come and play with us, and then player to be involved, have Connor there to capture it, and then them going and winning the WHL Championship was pretty damn cool.
if you haven't watched that vid yet, go check it out on YouTube.
Yeah. But yeah, that's tough. I don't know. That might be a co-award, I think, because I think those are 2 very distinct things that happened
Tie?
to us. Yeah,
Yeah, we can give out a
I think
award.
we should give out a co-award to that.
Sure.
Yeah,
And then the last one, the best Saskatchewan golf course this year.
of 2024.
I don't know what won prior years, but Riverside for me this year.
Easiest
play it-
easiest one
yeah,
ever this
Getting
year
to play
was.
it in the condition that it was
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
the
you guys
Canadian
playing
Am,
right
like,
after the Am.
well, yeah.
It was awesome.
I have Elkridge because just the Player Cup at Elkridge, I have a hard time not saying Elkridge every single time because I love that course. I think it's unreal, and the event is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Harv?
Well, I had it down between 2.
Silverwood and what? What's the other one?
I was gonna say something. If you didn't say Waskesiu, I was gonna.
No, it's not. It's Katepwa. I played it this year in July,
It's the best.
and like it was in unbelievable shape. Like the rough was long. It was unbelievable, and like the setup and design of that course is probably the best in the province.
cool.
If they had 18, it's
If
number
they
one.
have
It might be
18, it's number 1. I think it is. Like that. Other than
8.
no 7.
7.
The one that's par 4,
7.
par 3.
Yeah.
Other than that one, the other 8 holes are just like a great mix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's not going to win, but that's my nominee.
Yeah, non-private. I'm going to go Northern Meadows. Just give them a shout out because I like those guys.
Yeah, I
they're
think
good
I think
dudes.
if we're talking about as a pod in getting to play the courses, it's got to be Riverside right after the Am.
It was
Right
unbelievable.
after or right
Yeah.
before? Right after.
It was so hard.
Right before for me.
Well, I played tips and tucks too with Rich, and it was just
Oh, but that was way later, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still in perfect condition.
Yeah.
And they struggled with their greens early in the year, and they fixed them.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Little hat tip to the super
Yep.
and his team.
So that's the Greenies.
That's the Greenies. Yep.
News.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Yep. News, I guess.
And all the rest.
Hmm?
You and all the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what category it was.
Yeah.
Still taking one home.
So quick hits on the news here. Lots of Bernhard Longer hate coming out, as it always does when he wins an event. But, I mean, that motherfucker's anchoring. Like,
I thought you were going to go to the forward tees part, but
that is anchoring 101.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
And they just let him do it. The forward tee's like, whatever. Who
He's
cares?
ancient. Yeah.
He's 100 years old.
But
But
like he's not even wearing baggy shirts to cover it up.
No.
no, like he is full on, like that arm, like his hand isn't there, but like his wrist is, and then he just
yeah.
Yeah.
fucking
But he
cheater.
can do it.
Yep.
He's too old for anyone to say otherwise.
He's just
and
too
too much
old.
of a legend.
5-year plan.
Yeah. Next.
Don't die.
There it is. Bryson DeChambeau came out and said that public courses are harder than the courses the pros play.
Completely agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Lack of
Because of all the imperfections.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play in perfect courses
It
in perfect
goes-
conditions.
Tighter.
Back to it. You got to bump. You're
gotta
always
bump.
bumping.
You
But I
gotta
still
bump
think
it.
Although
they
the
could be
best
harder.
round I shot this year, I didn't bump.
No way.
Yes, I swear to God. It was with Canoop and your buddy there.
Oh yeah.
But I will say, even with bumping, we're still in tough to get a good lie and proper
Oh, yeah.
conditions.
Some of those spots, like,
Yeah.
go right on 15 and bump. If you're not moving it 20 yards to the left,
Yeah.
you're still hitting off dirt.
Dead dirt.
Next, moving on, Jersey Jerry had to bring this one up. He tried to do the ace at the TGL Stadium.
Yeah.
Quit.
So he blamed it on an injury, which
Blisters,
is true.
I thought.
And then he came out today and said he was supposed to do it again tomorrow
And
night
get 2.
and have to get 2. So they're really going to punish him. But he said he actually is injured and he's going to do it later once he heals. But I really felt at the time that the injury was because SoFi told him he had like max 10 hours and he got to 10 hours and then he was just done right around the 10-hour mark.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you can't be here for 3 days doing this. So
Yep. So
we'll see. But
it's always good to watch that guy do anything.
it did shine a light on.
He's so
on
pathetic.
kind of. They pulled the,
Steelers fan, right?
Yeah, I know.
they pulled the curtain back a little bit on how the TGL is going to look and work. I'm going to watch tomorrow for sure.
What's it on?
Sportsnet.
Can you bet on it?
Yep. Like so,
yeah, but it's rigged.
tomorrow is the TGL. I don't know if you have it on there, but it's the start of TGL.
Yeah, it's on here.
The coolest thing about it is the holes that they're like making up.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the coolest part or if that makes it lame. I don't know.
How does
yet.
that make
I
it
don't know.
lame?
Make some of those
There's like
realistic ones up 2K.
They are.
Yeah,
There's like
there are
crazy
some
par
pretty much.
fives where you can cut the corner, but you got to land it in like a zone the size of this table,
Yeah,
and then you got a wedge in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if you go the long way, then you got to. It's like 600 yards.
750 is the one.
Yeah.
It's like a 310 carry or something, and if you don't go that route, it's 750 yards.
Yeah.
And they're all neat. Every hole's neat.
Yeah.
So
I think it's certainly going to get me to watch week 1. We'll see about the future weeks, but we're going to recap it, so I'm probably going to watch it. And I think the biggest sell for me is it's like an NFL game or anything. It's okay, 3 hours or however long it's going to take. It's just like you just watch. You get a start, a middle, and an end. Like someone wins by the time you're not watching 4 days of competition. It's just here's a game.
I'm just very skeptical of it actually being entertaining. The golf part
Yeah.
probably
There
will
needs
be
to be
okay.
chirping. Otherwise, it's going to
because,
suck.
Again, I said this in our chat. We've seen the match, however many versions there has been, 10, 12. None of them have been exciting. So how is this gonna set itself apart with the banter? Because it just hasn't been there.
Who's
Yeah,
in
and like
announcing?
here's the thing, like for the most part, like golfers don't have unbelievable personalities.
No.
Right.
Like they're loner. Like it's
They're-
an individual sport, so you're like a bit of a loner, and
Yeah.
it's not like when you watch chicklets with those guys that like it's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the sandbaggers are
I
good
mean,
because they have
90% of like the really good golfers are nerds. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have to also rely on the promotion and the presentation of it quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
Like there's cheerleaders,
what are they gonna
right?
do?
Probably.
There should
who's
be.
announcing?
They're paying people to sit in the stands.
No idea
and
who's
doing all that
announcing, but
stuff.
I'm saying are they gonna do vignettes on this is how this hole works, like flyovers,
Should
just stuff like that? Because theoretically the holes should not take that long. They're not walking,
no.
so it's just bang, bang, bang. It should be way better
Yeah.
from
40
But then they go
40-second
putt
shot
on that
clock.
thing. They
Yeah.
go putt on that green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that guy should just be on there already.
Yeah.
Isn't it like?
Is it
partners
alternate
or
shot?
something?
There's
Yeah,
a
there's
little bit of
there's
everything.
alternate shot. There's
Yeah.
some other
Yeah.
6, 6, and 6,
Yeah.
or no,
It's 12 and 6, I think.
12 and 6. Yeah,
It's
So-
on. Is it going to be on TSN?
it's on Sportsnet.
Sportsnet.
Oh fuck! I can't wait to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
I got hockey, but I'm gonna watch it.
so the lineups are set. I guess they took seats away from guys who bought front row tickets,
Yeah, that's something.
and then they're paying people to attend, or trying to get influencers there. And
Yeah, they had them there
actors and
last week. Yeah.
They should just pull all the actors that are at this Raw tonight.
Whoa.
Every famous guy in the world.
they
is
have a
there.
lot there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Hulkster's on there right
Ashton
now.
Kutcher showing his face.
Really?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, with his kid.
They probably missed the mark a little bit with not having Rory and Tiger. There was a lot of that out on Twitter, and I get that. Like, you're starting a brand new league, and you don't have your two biggest marquee guys of
And
your
who did
tour?
these two teams sit out?
I can't remember, actually.
Isn't Lowry on one?
Think
I
so.
wonder if Fitzy's going to have his little yardage book thing out. His little.
You think
all
he'll have
computer
every
tracker.
shot? Every
Well,
shot he's taken on the indoors.
Yeah, so that's
Not
that's
Yarlow,
happening
yeah.
tomorrow. Couple other quick ones here. Lexi Thompson got engaged, so congratulations to her. Enters retirement and gets engaged. So
In
waiting
BC,
for
I
it.
saw.
yeah, it wasn't. Well, they just said Canada in the
Yeah.
tweet, but yeah, I think it was BC. But
Was there snow? No. So it's BC.
No, it was
did it
on the
look
top
like a
of mountain.
shithole?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it did. There's this course in Nebraska that sells out tee times for the year in 3 hours every
Saw
year.
that.
It looks unreal.
I know, but
How come it's not more talked about?
Yeah, I don't
yeah, like
Who would want to go to Nebraska, though? That's never crossed my mind.
why not?
It's the same as going to Alberta. Just going for the
Same as
corn.
going to Oregon.
Yeah.
Tornadoes. Too
Wyoming.
many
Some people don't even
tornadoes,
think
no
that place
thanks.
exists.
Yeah.
Wyoming.
No one's
doesn't.
from Wyoming. That's
No.
the whole thing.
There's Steph.
Next here. Here's a good question. So, how long would it take for a pro golfer to quit golf? Like, how many years would he have to quit golf before a 5 handicap could beat him? And I think it doesn't
Never.
don't matter.
I
I think
never.
it's never. Like,
Yeah.
Does he quit golf? Period.
yeah, like he can't golf at all. Like he's
And then
just
picks up the sticks and goes and plays them.
yes,
A 5 handicap.
Who is it?
a professional golfer, like on the PGA Tour, has to quit golf for whatever time you think,
Yeah.
and
Let's
just
just
go.
say-
Call it 100. Whoever's 100 in the world.
Yeah. Let's just Let's just say Chris Gotterup.
Yeah.
Chris
Perfect.
Gotterup quits golf.
How long
Fif-
before
for
you beat him?
15 years, probably.
15, you think?
Maybe 20.
I don't think I could beat him.
Yeah, that's tough because you have no idea if they can practice in that time or
No,
it's
I
like
like even
they-
nothing.
Nothing.
picks up his clubs and goes at what time frame? I think it's like less than 10.
Oh, I think it's like 30 years.
And say it's Harv and he's been playing all year. Like he's got
Yeah.
30 rounds in. He's been practicing.
And we're just talking one round,
He's
one
been off bread. He's just he's in his prime.
I think if there's a
And
guy
Chris
that
Gotterup-
hasn't picked up his clubs in like 6 to 7 years, you can beat him.
I think
See,
he's
I don't
still-
think so.
I think
They've
he's still
got
beating
so
him.
much raw talent
Yeah.
that they'd just be able to pick it up and they would still shoot sub 80.
And like they've been so
It's
good
true.
for so long that like they realize, yeah, I'm probably just going to swing like
Yeah.
80% and hit
fair.
every fairway.
Exactly.
It's
Get me
ham and
around the
egg it,
green and like
Yeah, like we're not talking MLB pitcher that hasn't thrown a baseball in forever. Still
Yeah.
probably would strike you out.
They're not going to be
But like
swinging
a-
like Bryson out
Like
the
a
gate.
hockey,
Yeah.
like a hockey player, like buddy of ours that played in Europe hasn't played, literally been on skates in 3 years and comes out to a rec game and easily the best player out
Oh,
there.
yes. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there's the
Like
raw
that.
talent part.
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
like riding a bike. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
You're
they're
getting me closer to 10 years now.
Like
I
if
don't
I
think
picked up a
it's more than
volleyball
that.
today, I would be just as good. It'd be really good, right?
You'd hurt your back. Is what would happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a time like unless I mean if it's 30 years now they're closing in on 65, and then it's a bit
Yeah.
maybe they age
If they're-
poorly.
Yeah, if you get up into the age aspect, then it might be.
Maybe, but if it,
Yeah.
I don't think 10 years. Like
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think it's 10.
I don't know. Can you quit for 10 and then we'll see if you can beat
I
us.
can't quit for 10.
His,
No
his
way.
resolutions to play the most golf ever this year.
Right. Next, PGA Tour is in serious talks about changing the Tour Championship to a bracket style
Have to.
event. It's a must.
Like a
Serious
match play.
talk.
Is that what they're talking? Match play?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so. Like
So
it's an
some-
absolute
Finally.
It's
must.
the perfect
Play in
result.
and-
It is the perfect result.
Someone said this week that they didn't like it. One of the players, like the top guys that was playing.
But
Well,
the
I
big
think
fact-
the
Colin. It might
top
have been
guys would
Colin.
like it less
Yes.
because they've won and you're done.
yeah,
Where this way
yeah.
they got 4 chances to.
I think the fact that they're talking about it tells me that it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they would obviously like you would get probably like maybe you start one up.
Yeah.
Like if
Mm.
you're
Do something with
32,
it.
like they cut it at 32.
No, you're just going
or
to play a worse guy.
I
Yeah,
can
but
get
at
I can get behind
32,
that.
the worst
first
guy-
round.
Yeah.
First round.
First round, you get
You get a chance to get into the second round, and then your strokes go away.
Yeah.
But you like not strokes, but you get a lead. Like on the tee, it's like one up. The guy's got to beat you by an extra hole.
Yeah.
I think
don't hate
they're
that.
that's the only way they'll get those guys on board because otherwise, what's the point of?
Well, the $10 million at the end would
I
be the
guess,
point.
but
Maybe
yeah.
they do some sort of play in, right? There's 2 rounds and then they take the top at that point, but when the stroke play starts, they get a lead, and then it's even.
So you're
up
saying
into that.
so like NHL, like you got home ice advantage is what you're getting
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is a pretty small advantage in a best of 7. You're getting 4 games to 3. It's not a huge advantage, really.
no, but in
Early
NFL,
lead.
it's an advantage.
NFL it is, yeah.
I don't know. There's got to be a way because like those guys who get in because they play so many tournaments
Mhm.
versus some of those other guys who are at the top, and now all of a sudden if they just get going at that time, like
Mhm.
they probably shouldn't have been there to begin with because they played 36 tournaments versus
Yeah.
20.
Yep.
So they got to do something, but they got to do it also because it's a absolute must. Another big one here. Oh, we'll get to that one after. But do you guys see that video of Kisner trying to hit the flop shot over
Just
the guy?
smoking that poor
Just
kid in
hit
the
that
head.
kid in the back of the head.
Love it.
Oh man,
he's getting
It-
worse and worse.
I mean, that's something a guy
If he quit for 5 years, you might be able to beat him.
like that's something a guy where this is just a hobby would do.
yeah.
Like, this is a
that
hobby.
is a hobby. Yeah.
And then the 2 big ones. Jay Monahan's a crook. We all know that. If anyone saw that tweet Canute posted,
Yes.
net profits are down about the same amount that Jay Monahan's salary is up. So he's essentially stealing from the PGA Tour. Like that is insane that they just let this guy get away with it. But who knows? And then the last one, to no one's surprise, Tiger Woods has won the PIP for the 3rd time in the last 4 years.
It is insane.
really
that he's
did it,
even
eh?
allowed.
Like,
How is
why
he
would he
allowed-
ever golf again? He gets $10 million to sit on his ass every year,
Well,
and he
he's
already has
worth
$1
so
billion
much,
in
yeah.
the bank.
Yeah.
So
He played a couple events.
That's
Yeah.
the part to me that makes no sense. Is that he even qualified? It should be based off of tournaments played. Even
Yes. You have to play X number to be even qualified.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's insane to me.
How about Wyndham Clark being at the bottom of that list?
I do like that
What did he
Cantlay's
do?
not on the
I don't know.
list.
Mm-hmm. Helpful, but Wyndham Clark being on there might be slightly tied to TGL, just a few extra clicks.
Maybe.
All right, we're getting into making the cut. So
We're going to explain how this is going to work.
no, this
No,
is
this
making
is
the
just
cut.
the
It's
making
not
the
this
cut.
segment yet.
And because of Raw on Netflix, I did wrestlers. Now, I've left a few off that you guys would just easily
yes,
take.
I love this.
So
Yeah, but those are also the ones that Bronell and I would
Yeah,
know.
and now we
So
go deep
there-
cuts. You'll
Yeah.
know these guys. Brown and
FYI, There's no Stone Cold Steve Austin on this list or Rock.
Nope.
So
There's no new. There's not a bunch of new guys. I
nope,
hope.
you'll know all of them.
Okay.
Okay, so
Pick
Keith-
4, cut 4.
pick 4, cut 4. Edge,
Ooh, okay.
Randy Orton, HBK, Undertaker, Roman Reigns, Bret Hart, John Cena, CM Punk. Edge, Randy Orton, HBK, Undertaker, Roman Reigns, Bret the Hitman Hart, CM Punk, John Cena.
I'm going to keep HBK and Bret Hart for sure. Staples.
Both, wow.
Staples, yep. And then I think I got to take Undertaker and Roman Reigns. I don't love the Undertaker as much as many people do. But I think if I'm cutting those other guys.
Who's HBK?
Can you just ask me?
The
who
Heartbreak Kid,
HBK
Shawn
is?
Michaels?
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So who are your 4 keeps?
Get out.
Get out of your own house.
You go up to bed.
What was your
Keep your
4?
clothes
Matty
on.
B?
Yeah, it's getting pretty late for Canoop. I'm surprised
It
he
is.
hasn't geared down yet.
What are your 4, Matty B? You're keeping?
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Roman Reigns.
Okay. I'll go next. I'm keeping Randy Orton 100%. He's the best one on this list by a mile.
16-time champ.
Because he got the best finisher. I'm keeping Taker just because I love the dynamic with him and the dead stuff. Keeping John Cena because I liked him. And I hate Hart and HBK.
What?
Hate them both.
Wow.
I don't
You
like
hate Bret Hart.
I don't like Reigns. I don't like Punk. I don't like Edge. So I got to keep one of them.
Bret Hart.
I'm keeping HBK. DX.
You got to keep HBK.
Yeah.
DX. There you
Just
go.
because of DX.
Yeah, Canoop. This should be interesting.
Well, I know.
Are you going alphabetical?
The 3 that are super easy to me, Bret the Hitman Hart,
Yes.
Undertaker, and Hitman are the easy 3 for
You
me.
said
Yeah, you
two
mean
is-
HBK.
You mean
Yes,
HBK?
sorry. I hate John Cena, so he's the easiest cut for me
Lots
in
of
the
people
world.
hate him.
The actor or the wrestler?
Both.
Okay.
Maybe
Great
the
in
actor,
great in F9.
I
Hey,
don't know.
Peacemaker's a great show.
Edge is probably my 4th.
Edge. He is
Adam-
Canadian.
Now wrestling as Adam Copeland, his real name.
Those are my 4.
A-dub. Harv, this
and
is
the
gonna be
list
tough.
is Randy Orton,
Yours?
HBK, yep, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk.
Wow.
That's the list.
Do you want CM to beat Seth Rollins right now?
Absolutely.
You got no Taker for you?
No. He's overrated.
I
Really?
See, I think
CM
I think
Punk's
he is.
overrated.
No, he's not. He's good.
At what?
On the mic, good
Nah.
moves.
I think CM Punk gets
He's
a bad
like all
rap.
those other guys.
He gets a bad rap because of the whole UFC thing he went through
Yeah.
and all that. That kind of turned everyone off of him, but he's very good.
Everybody was picked once then, at least once.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. That means it's a good list.
Good list.
Well, I initially had I was like, oh, Rock, Hogan, Flair, Stone Cold, Triple, and then I'm like, you guys are just gonna pick
Well, I was a little
Rock,
choked that Triple
Stone
H
Cold,
wasn't there.
like the Attitude Era guys. So
Yeah.
Triple
Had to
H
get
is
him
my
off.
Triple H is my favorite wrestler ever. I think when he was bad, Triple H, like man, did
Oh,
you
yeah, he
hate
was
that
good.
guy? Like hated him. All
Okay,
right,
new segment time.
new segment of picks.
Picks are gone.
I think we got it.
This is good. I like it a lot.
You had an idea, and then I was like, well, how are we going to make this work? And I think between me and Harv, we figured it out. So
I think
you
it's-
want to talk about it, or
Well, yeah. So we're
You're
gonna.
the picks guy.
Everyone's gonna pick 3 people every tournament. I don't know if we'll have to figure out what we're doing when there's 2 events in a week, because
think same thing?
we want 6.
How
and
about just not pick the shitty event? That's a good idea.
Sure. The premier event
or
gets the
hear me
picks.
out.
We just do the
One
shitty
of
event.
each.
No, hear me out. Because a lot of those line up with signature events where there's no cut.
We only
We
do.
only pick the one
Yeah.
with the cut.
All right, fine.
Yeah. Okay, so we pick 3 guys.
3 guys to make the cut.
They have to make the cut for points to be awarded. So we'll technically know on Friday.
Yep. Easier to track.
But you also get a point for if they win.
You get a point if
Yes.
they win. They are broken into segments.
The top 20 betting guys 21 through 50 betting guys, and then 50 plus.
So if you pick someone, and you could pick from any category, 3 from one category, 2 from one from the other, 1 from each. If you pick someone from the top 20 and they make the cut, you only get 1 point. If you pick someone from 21 to 50, you get 2 points. 51 plus, you get 3 points. And then if any of those guys win, you get a bonus point. So you could get 10 points if you picked 3 from tier
Long
3
shots. Yeah.
and one of them won.
But there's a lot of guys 50 plus that win. Like that 50 to 80 range has a lot of winners.
And if you're down, halfway through the season, you can just start
going
ramming
all
threes,
Yeah.
right?
And if
just
you're
like
up,
the NBA, you're just
up,
chucking
you just
threes.
keep-
Chucking
And
threes.
the other big thing is there can be double ups.
Yeah, so we've
it's no
pre-done our
draft.
list. The drafts are
Yeah.
gone. Dead air's gone. You explain your 3.
No more clicks, Canoop.
No more clicks. He's got his 3.
Actually, I have 4, so there might be some clicks tonight.
Oh God!
So how we will do it is each guy based off. So this first round we will go one at a time. But then, because we didn't talk about this pre-pod, but I think you guys can agree with me. You go from regular season standings, not the previous picks.
Yes.
Okay.
Total standings, lowest goes first.
No, highest goes first. So that way, the
Yeah.
low guy can change his
Yeah.
strategy if he wants.
Right.
So whoever's in first has to unveil all 3 of their picks first.
There's going to be dead air then if people are changing on the fly.
Well, you shouldn't.
You should be ready.
You should be ready. You should have 5 guys. If this happens, I will pick
okay.
this guy.
Yep.
Okay. So for the first round, we will all do one at a time our picks. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because there is no standing. So we'll just go. Each guy unveils his 3, and then moving forward, who's ever in first goes first, second, third, fourth.
Okay.
So that way, since we're trying to spur closeness, if you're in the last few weeks and you're in last, you get to pick your guys. Or you can, if you're trying to catch someone in first, you have the same guy. Maybe you'll switch it from the number 1 guy in odds to number 2, just in hopes that he gets you those extra points.
I take it you don't have a Sony Open preview?
So
It's in Hawaii.
Preview's done. Yep.
Sony
Hawaii.
opens in Hawaii.
Wiley? No, they changed it.
Wiley.
It is Wiley?
Yep.
So I think it's natural that we go from left to right. Harv's
Sure.
going to lead us off.
Are you doing first one? Like you're doing 1?
No, he's going to do all 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
all
there's really
3?
no standings. It doesn't matter
All
right
right.
now.
I'm going to pick. This guy's worth 2 points if he makes the cut. Thomas Dietrich.
Okay.
So he was 5th here at the Sentry. So
Yep.
seemed like a no-brainer. Now you guys will copy that one.
I already have it on my list. Yep.
And then I'm going to go another guy worth 2 points, Adam Svensson. Usually good here. And then worth 3 points, but he played in Hawaii this past week, Jake Knapp.
Okay.
He was.
He wasn't good this
I thought
week,
about him.
but it was also he was still minus whatever, like
Mhm.
6 or 8, and it's a no-cut event. So he's
said-
down there. But
You said Nap was 3?
Three,
A
yeah.
3-banger?
Yeah. So plus 11,000 odds or higher. So yeah, the cutoffs were 5,000 and below's top 20, 10,000 to 5,000, or 5,000 to 10,000 was that middle pack, and then 11,000 and above. So I'm going 3 guys that, so naturally, guys that play the Sony Open do typically, or sorry, the Sentry do well at the Sony. So all 3 of my guys did play last week. I'm going for 1 point, Corey Connors. For 2 points, Thomas Dietrich with Harv. So we got a couple of deuces. And then for 2 points as well, the guy that was leading this tournament for a little bit, Tom Hogue.
Oh yeah.
Hoagie.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, I missed him.
Interesting.
So I got 1, 2, 2. Possible of 5 points.
When I started this, I thought for sure my first pick was going to be Hideki. Just he's playing fantastic.
Yes,
Putting is good, and that's kind of something.
but
you need
only
here.
1 point.
That's right.
And he's coming off a win. You never know.
So short game is a really big thing this week. Easy pick for me for 2 points, Denny McCarthy this
Mhm.
week.
Great pick.
We talked about him a little bit today. He actually ended up winning a greenie. I'm going to pick Dunlap this week. He's also worth 2 points.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick fellow lefty, your boy,
Bobby
for
Mack.
3 points. No, David Lipsky. This
He's
week.
not a lefty.
Is he not?
No, he's not. I was like, where's he going
Went
here?
straight to Bobby
Sorry,
Mack because he's
going.
actually left-handed.
Yeah. I was like, who's the lefty?
David Lipsky. So he's
Yeah.
3 points.
He would be so cool if he was a lefty, but he's not.
Yeah. All right,
Uh,
Bronell.
I did
lefty
the.
and meets your.
You're
Asian
going
guy.
all three. You're going all threes, aren't you?
Nope. I'm going
All
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
I'm starting
Okay.
with the 1, 2, 3 kid, which was
X-Pac.
X-Pac.
And
yeah.
he's in attendance tonight. They
Is he?
showed him. They just showed him.
Really?
He's got a shaved head. He looks like the one guy from Backstreet Boys.
I'm going
Brian.
Sahith Theegala for 1. I just think it's
Nice.
an
Yep.
absolute lock.
AJ.
You mentioned short game. I got Mac Hughes for 2.
Yes.
Mac Hughes for 2. I think he plays well here normally. And then a guy that didn't play so good last week, but was T7 last year at the Sony, Nick Taylor for 3.
Nick
Nice.
Taylor. You did mention that in the chat. You're
Yep.
like, am I reading this right? Nick Taylor for 3? 'Cause he's
T7
just
last
outside.
year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So like I
Might
like
suck this year,
I
but-
like this. We
Yeah.
got guys potentials to win, but potentials
Yeah.
for big points.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a good year of like jockeying.
Put your picks in the chat right now,
'Kay.
so I can make the graphic.
Because I also like how we're not. You don't have to pick for each other. There's no sewering or going around the rules. You're in charge of your own.
Yeah.
If you're in first place, you don't get to copy people to keep your lead. That's the best part. That's why you got to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you went the opposite direction, the
Yeah.
guy in first would just copy seconds picks every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. This ain't asshole.
I think that I'm going to make a cut bet every week with my picks.
So-
and just see
So I did
if I can find.
suggest that for us. I said we could put these into parlays, or I'd put mine into parlays. But I've noticed some weeks, this week for one, not all the guys are on
Yeah,
the
what's with that?
make or miss cut list.
0 of my guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's with that?
Well, because sometimes they don't want, because the odds can be pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
to make the cuts, like you could do the same thing, like top 50 bets,
Yes.
pretty close to making the cuts. But
Yeah.
that's not making the cut.
Right.
Mhm.
So you could do top 50 bets on your guys, but yeah. So, wow, just under 2 hours, boys. First pod back, it
I'm saying
flew
that's
by.
the longest one for a
Flew by.
long time.
Yeah,
So-
without a guest.
Yeah.
So, you guys got anything else?
I can't wait to watch TGL tomorrow.
TGL is gonna be exciting.
And I'm
The
gonna
rest
watch
of
the
Raw is
Sony.
gonna be exciting. It's supposed to be 3 hours long. This, I think, is the last match.
I think so.
So we'll watch this and we'll finish
This
off.
is the last match.
Oh God.
Who are these guys?
CM
CM
Punk.
Punk is one. I know that. But
Yeah,
who's the
that-
other
that's-
guy?
That's freaking Rollins.
Oh.
And with that, it's time for us to hit the clubhouse.